has the power to outwit their own fate. As long as the gods steer the ship of time, there's one thing that's certain. The chains of Satinav will not break. The days were happy for dreamy Andергast. Peace with arch-enemy Nostria seemed to be within immediate reach. Nostria's queen was about to pay a visit. In order to prepare for the joyful occasion, the king had called the young lads of Andергast to take up a cheerful challenge.
The oak leaf! He doesn't let go, the vicious dog!
Dogs are much smarter than that, Ulfried. They roll on their backs when they know they've lost. How about it, Geron? Are you giving up? Give him some air for a bit so he can make himself heard. You can stare at me with those sorcerer's eyes of yours as long as you want. I'm not leaving until I've got that oak leaf.
I will...
What's that? I'm having trouble understanding you.
I will prevail.
No, birdcatcher, you will lose. I'll explain the algebra to you. You'll have to find 4 copper oak leaves to win the contest. I, on the other hand, need 4 oak leaves made of brass. At the moment, you're just 1 oak leaf ahead of me, and given that Ulfried here will soon rid you of this oak leaf, you're at least 1 leaf short of victory. Or do you still think you can free yourself?
My hammer!
Never mind him.
Why don't you just give up, birdcatcher? Will you stop?
Just imagine if the bad luck charmer wins and gets received by the king. Help me out here, Ulfried. What did the blind seer say back then, before he was burnt at the stake?
That Gheron is evil.
I believe he said that Gheron will bring us great misfortune. You have to consider the exact wording with prophecies, Ulfried.
What if Gheron curses us? They say he's got a dark gift.
Nonsense. What the? Stop it! Do you want to bludgeon him to death? Just take the oak leaf and let's go.
Yes, they were indeed happy days for dreamy Andергast. Only a few foresaw that soon nothing would be the same as it had been before.
What have you done to the cage? Leave it there. I'll fix it later.
Gwynling, I didn't break it.
Yes, yes.
It was Olgierd and his farmhands. They ambushed me and took my oak leaf. You know, the one for the oak leaf challenge. You hear? They destroyed the cage, not me.
That... it can't be.
But you know what? I'll win the contest anyway. I'll take back my oak leaf and I'll win. And then no one will taunt me anymore. What are you doing there anyway?
Gheron, this nonsense isn't going to lead anywhere.
I don't want to spend my whole life...
Being just a hunter and a trapper like me? Without a cage, you're not even that, you know.
Can you fix the cage?
Guess I'll have to. We're going to need it still.
Do we have a new job?
Job, he says. Before any of those hicks even begin to notice what's about to hit them, it'll be far too late.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the crows, Gheron. The crows.
What's up with that dead crow?
I want to know what brought them here.
That's easy. Winter is near. It's looking for warmth.
It's chock full of black bile.
Once I've won the oak leaf challenge,
You're only earning scoffs and sneers for yourself.
the victor will be honored by the king.
Everyone remains in the place meant for them. When will you finally accept that?
You seem tired. Why don't you go to bed?
Those dreams, they eat away at me and consume me. And those crows, those horrible creatures, they already feasted on the dead knight Ulrich's flesh. Something's afoot.
What dreams are those?
Eyes keep staring at me. Blind eyes, like in the days when the seer was still alive.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. They're only dreams.
See? That's what I mean. How did Knight Ulrich die?
He was murdered.
The old man? Why would anyone do that?
Who knows? But he was one of those who finished off the seer back in the day.
Gwynling the seer has been dead for a long time now.
Yes, yes.
Will you please stop brooding over that seer already? He was burnt at the stake, right?
13 years ago.
Because he foresaw King Gwendolen's death.
That's not the reason why. He abducted children. Nobody knows why. Be that as it may, he had sinister plans for Andергast. He ordered legions of crows to conquer the town, or to destroy it. At least that's what they say.
And that's why you're rummaging through the innards of this bird?
His crows brought dark dreams with them.
The crows prevent you from sleeping.
They're watching us. Don't look into their eyes. They look right into your soul, Geron.
I'm not afraid of a bunch of crows.
Until you hear the wings of Golgaris swoosh by.
Who says that Boron's soul bird can't be put in a cage as well? Enough of those horror stories. Will you help me with the Oakleaf Challenge?
Leave me alone with your tomfoolery. I've got more important things to do.
Those crows will still be here tomorrow. The challenge only lasts today. I have to run. My rivals aren't sleeping. Gwyndling rummaged through the whole room yesterday to find this drawing. And as always, he said nothing about what it means. What's written here? The print is so small.
What are you doing there? Don't you have a task to attend to?
Gwynling's arthritis is getting worse and worse. Even with his walking cane, he doesn't leave his room much. I'll borrow your walking cane for a bit. I need to get my third oak leaf back from Olgierd, and I'll have to go to the castle gate and ask the chamberlain for the last riddle of the challenge. I've got 2 oak leaves. Olgierd has the third, and the fourth one is still hidden. Let's go then.
Damn it, it has to be somewhere.
But the guard says he doesn't have it.
Shut up. Geron's over there. He might eavesdrop. Don't you think you've eaten enough mud for one day, birdcatcher? Or would you like Ulfried to provide you with seconds?
No, thank you.
What can I do for you, my friend?
Give back my oak leaf,
Or what?
or I'll curse the meatloaf so that he'll lose all of his teeth.
What did I tell you, Olgierd?
Shut up, Ulfried. Get out of here, you little witch brat. We don't want to see you here in Andергast anymore. You and your curse will spell doom for us all.
You and your superstition.
It has been foretold.
My oak leaf doesn't even help you. You have to collect brass, Olgierd. Mine is copper.
Yes, and at least you will not be the winner, because that would be the end of beautiful Andергast. We'd be up to our necks in pig snot.
Nonsense. That would be the end of your superstitious blather.
Woohoo! So the witch's brat wants to prove himself. You are nothing but a bird catcher. Beat it. Well, the guard says he doesn't have it.
What was the text of the riddle again, Olgierd?
Damn, can't you remember anything? In front of the castle stands a guard with his trousers and shirt, and in one of those 2 there's a leaf. I give you my word.
There's a leaf.
Yes, but he swore by Prios that he doesn't have it. Let me think.
You again?
What's the riddle for the last oak leaf?
It's as if the riddle for the 4th oak leaf was made especially for you. The sows at the north gate are peculiar beasts. On acorns they feast, yet show disdain for the leaves.
Sows at the north gate, acorns, no leaves. Sounds easy. But why should this riddle be made for me?
You'd better hurry, before one of your rivals takes the prize.
What's the prize for the victor again?
The victor will be honored by the king himself.
What exactly does that mean?
You have no business participating in the challenge if you can't appreciate that. Unworthy peasant.
I'll be back. Hello, Troga.
Why are you loitering here, birdcatcher? You have no business in the castle. And why is it that everybody is staring at my belly today? I know good and well that I'm on the heavy side.
Never mind. So, Olgierd's oak leaf is hidden in Troga's doublet. But if Troga swears he doesn't have it, then he really doesn't have it.
Hello, Geraint. Have you caught a lark for me yet?
No, not yet.
Come on, Geraint. I have a feeling you're not trying hard enough for me.
Nonsense. It's just not the right season for larks.
You think I believe that?
What do you want with a lark anyway?
It should sing for me. What else?
Of course. What's in the big pot?
Acorns.
For the pigs?
No, those are lots for the town fair, in honour of the Queen of Nostria. One draw is a kreutzer.
And what are the prizes?
I still have this straw puppet, this flask of plum spirit, and this wheel of cheese. The winner can choose the prize for themselves.
I want to test my fortune.
Well, Geraint, are you sure? With your luck, I'll bet you'll lose.
Don't you start as well. Here's your kreutzer. Damn.
Will you be so kind as to put the acorn in this box? And please don't look so disappointed. Bad luck at gambling means good luck in love, right?
Has anyone ever won at all?
Of course. What do you think I am? A cheat? Look, I put all the acorns that have already been drawn into this box. I've painted little patterns on the winning acorns. And as you can see, there is already one winning lot in the box. That means that there has in fact been a winner already.
All right, all right. Quite busy, isn't it?
Yes, isn't that great? And this is just the beginning. All those strangers, the beautiful music, finally some life in Andергast. But have you heard of Magistra Dorata?
The old hag who looks like her wand?
Don't mock her, she's dead.
Dead?
Her eyes torn right from their sockets, the same as Knight Alderic.
That's weird.
Yes. Isn't the minstrel's music to die for?
Do you like the music?
Yes, I've been listening the whole time. Oh, how I'd love to go closer to the musician and watch him play. But unfortunately, I have to stay here and watch the lots. I wish he would play the song about the Bruin's bride. I don't think I could hold myself back any longer in that case.
What's so special about this Bruin's song?
Well, Geraint, it's just so beautiful. Everything else seems so insignificant when I listen to it. You would have to listen to it for yourself if you want to understand what I mean.
See you later, Hilda.
See you, and don't forget the lark.
That's one of the town bailiff's shirts.
What are you doing there?
The beautiful decoration.
I'm authorized to do that. Hey, there is indeed one of Olgierd's brass oak leaves. Let's see what the windbag has to say about that. Greetings, minstrel. What might be thy name?
My name is Fredhelm. What do you want?
Fredhelm? As in Broderick Fredhelm?
No, I'm afraid not. Just Fredhelm. But you don't have to be so damn formal. All right then, what is it? Is there anything you wanted to complain about?
Can you play something different?
You don't like my music, huh?
Oh, but I do. It's just that I'd like to hear a certain song. The song about the Bruin's bride.
I haven't played that in a long time. Can't I play a different tune?
Come on, you can do it, Fredhelm. These people aren't going to notice if there's some notes missing anyway.
All right.
And make it nice and loud, please, so that everybody in the marketplace can hear you.
Will do. A special request for this birdcatcher here.
What? Be careful, minstrel. When the bird catcher has requests, there's bound to be some damage.
You can't know this, but he's going to spell doom for all of us.
Don't listen to them, just play. The lots that have already been drawn. Ah, this acorn here has a pattern. Fredhelm?
Yes?
You can play something else now if you want to.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
I just thought maybe something happy and cheerful would be nice for a change. A drinking song, maybe.
Well, all right then. But at some point I'll be done with your requests.
Okay, maybe.
Oh, Geron, what a wonderful song. Why don't you play your flute anymore? I'd let you practice in front of my window every night.
Oh, please, no. I'd rather cut off both my ears than listen to that whining.
I'll think about it. I want to have another go. I'm sure I'll be lucky this time.
No, you're only wasting your money. And you could let the others have their turn too.
There are no others around at the moment, so please take the Kreutzer.
All right, if that's what you want.
Exactly. Now for a quick exchange with the winning lot. There! I won!
Bah! Witchcraft!
Congratulations, Geron. What prize do you want?
Give me the plum spirit.
Here you go. If you'd rather have something else, you can come and exchange it later.
Look at the bird catcher. Poor boy doesn't get enough food.
Yeah, that's funny. But here's the oak leaf. Look, Olgierd, an oak leaf of pure brass. It just fell in front of my feet.
That must be the one from the castle guard. Where did you...
Why don't we just swap? Oak leaf for oak leaf.
So that you can win? No way.
If we don't, neither of us will win. There are other participants in the challenge, as you know.
All right then. How many oak leaves do you have already?
As many as you have.
I see. All right, birdcatcher. This is your lucky day. We'll swap, but be warned, Geron. If you win the challenge, Ulfried will beat you to a pulp.
Well, he'd better get some rest then. I've got all 4. I should hurry to the Chamberlain. I've got all 4 oak leaves.
What? You? Show them to me. Yes, indeed.
Now the dire bunch can see who were the fools all along.
Not so fast. There's one more task ahead of you.
But I've collected all 4 leaves.
Take this town pennant here and hoist it in front of the castle walls.
Oh my. Now that reeks of harassment.
It's meant to be a tribute to the town and your king. You are supposed to show your pride in being a subject of the king of Andергast.
Piece of cake.
The birdcatcher has succeeded. That's not a good omen.
You have achieved victory in the Oak Leaf Challenge.
Who would have thought?
In order to receive your honors, you will be allowed to appear before your king today. But someone of your ilk will not be admitted into the presence of the king, just like that. So listen to me carefully.
Whatever you say, Master Chamberlain.
Royal Chamberlain.
My apologies.
First rule, you're only to talk if you are spoken to first. Do not ever interrupt the king, or me for that matter, and don't approach the throne closer than 7 paces.
Yes, sir.
You can count to 7, right?
7 is the number that comes after 6.
You will address the king as Your Royal Highness or Your Majesty.
Your Royal Highness. Got it?
Don't cause me any embarrassment. One slip and you'll have spent your final day in Andергast. All right, let's get this thing over with.
Newcastle, report.
The young Queen of Nostria will spend some memorable days here in Andергast, Your Majesty.
Have the guards been clothed properly from the armory? And has the messenger with a welcome note finally been sent?
Not only that, my liege. The finest pastries have arrived from Albernian shores. They taste delicious. And we finally managed to cast the role of the rogue Morgul for the soirée. Old Buckledorn will play the part.
An interesting choice. He shall not frighten the Queen too much, though.
As you wish, my liege.
Who is that young lad over there? Is he a carny, too?
Your Majesty, A victor has been named in the minor challenge of the oak leaf for the common folk. It is young Gheroне from the Tannerhood.
Your Majesty.
The youngster is the stepchild of Ranger Gwinling.
Is that so?
It's true, Your Majesty.
Old Gwyndling. Without him, we'd probably still be fearing the seer to this day.
Your Majesty, don't forget that...
He paid his dues. Be that as it may. I hereby proclaim you winner of the Oak Leaf Challenge, Gheroné.
Thus spoken and sealed in the 1889th year of independence.
May you make Andергast proud, my boy.
You may thank the king and rise now.
I thank you for this honor, Your Majesty.
Your audience is over now.
Wait. Say, didn't you learn the trade of the hunt from Gwyndling, Gheroné?
He taught me one or two things, all right, but I'm still at the beginning of my career.
Each journey starts with the first step. Say, Sir Newcastle, have the attempts to rid the royal guest chambers of those nasty crows been successful yet?
Your Majesty, we're doing all we can.
But?
They're proving themselves quite obstinate, my liege. Nasty little buggers indeed, those crows.
I've been hearing that for days now.
The servants are doing the best they can.
Not good enough, it seems. It would constitute an insult to the Queen of Nostria. Gheroné, do you think you can deal with crows?
They're just birds like every other kind. You bait them, scoop them, grab hold of them.
Well, that's good news. I hereby charge you with the mission of ridding the royal guest chamber of all crows.
But, Your Majesty...
The whole court is terribly busy, Newcastle. I'm sure you can use a helping hand.
Of course, my liege. I'm just saying... Well, you know what people say about him.
I'm not inclined to bother with the superstitions of the plebs. It is concluded. Take the man-child to the ravaged chambers at once.
Very well, my liege.
Fulfill your charge well, Gheroné, and we'll meet again. The fate of Andергast lies in your hands.
I will not disappoint you, my king.
You have brought me some serious trouble already, young man. I hope you won't cause us any more bad luck.
I'll do my best.
The crows have been at it in here since yesterday. You can see for yourself what damage they've done. In just a few days, the Queen of Nostria will arrive. These are the only appropriate chambers for a guest of that importance.
This must have been a nice room once.
Spare your cheeky comments. You'd better start catching those crows. And I said catch, not kill. King Afadan's wife doesn't want any bad omens, you hear?
Got it. I'll think of something.
And don't let your fingers get sticky.
A bird catcher needs two things: a proper trap and the right bait.
What was that?
Nothing. Everything's fine.
You spell doom.
Just as I thought.
What? Where am I? The execution. The seer.
Silence! No bad omens. And to think I put in a good word to the king for you.
What happened?
I know what will happen. You'll catch those crows by the hour of 6 this evening, or you'll be put in the pillory.
The crows. Right. I don't suppose this was successful.
The sand in your hourglass is wasting away, birdcatcher. It will run out at the hour of 6 this evening.
This dream, it... Pull yourself together, Geron, and start to deal with those crows already. The king trusts me. I can't let him down. Perhaps Gvinling found something that can help me while he was dissecting the bird.
Geron, you turned up at the right time.
He sure seems to have gone through a mood change. That can't be good.
You'll have to catch a fairy for me, as quickly as possible.
A fairy? What's gotten into you?
We don't have much time. Help me.
What do you need a fairy for? Is she supposed to drive away the crows for you?
I may be wrong, but perhaps the seer is back.
Again with this horror story. You're not making any sense. You'd better help me expel the crows from the royal guest chambers.
Later. For now, just do what I tell you.
How could the seer possibly be back? He's dead, isn't he?
We all watched him die, but now not only the crows have returned.
But the magpies too?
Murders, Geron, where none should occur. First Knight Ulderich, now Magister Dorata. They were the ones who put the seer at the stake. Who knows what else will happen?
What's a fairy got to do with the seer?
Not a fairy, the fairy. You have to catch her before someone else does.
What does the seer want with the fairy?
Only she can unleash the power of the magic harp. No man, not even the seer, can play it without dying. By the gods. If he's back, everything will start all over.
You aren't making any sense to me, old man. Tell me more about that magic harp.
I don't know. It is said to be from the realm of the fairies.
Is this the one in the drawing?
This is what she might look like. Who can be sure?
What did the seer want with the harp?
He longed for her because she was the gateway to his power. Or that's what he thought, anyway.
What powers does the harp hold?
Nobody knows. But it is said that when the harp sounds, Andергast will perish. That's why you have to catch the fairy. She is the key.
How do you know so much about the seer?
It was I who led all those heroes to him. To his hideout in the Stone Oak Forest.
You were part of the hero's quest?
Hunters and scouts. We caught him. And then we burnt him.
And now a knight and a magician are dead.
Just trust me, and all will be fine.
Why haven't you told me all this before?
Now is not the time.
Well, obviously, it never was the time. How did you catch that crow over there?
A certain attractant, but it needs water that's been touched by fairy magic.
So I would have to go where the fairy lives anyway.
That's right.
If I catch the fairy, will you help me with the king's crows?
Promise. But would you please hurry now?
You don't have to tell me that. And with this fairy water, I'll be able to catch my crows?
Yes. All the other ingredients are easy to find.
Splendid. The king will be amazed. All right. How do I catch a fairy?
The fairy lives in a hidden place in the Stone Oak Forest, near an old but sealed fairy portal. Look about 2 midden miles north of the Old Finger, where the oneberries grow. If you hear the great waterfall, you're in the right place.
Oh, I'll find that place all right.
Try to lure the fairy out of her hollow by playing your flute. She's nosy, but also very shy.
And then I'll catch her with a cage.
Fairies can be deceiving. Don't let her put a spell on you.
Not to worry. If she's got wings, I'll catch her. I'm on my way now.
You mustn't fail.
Is the cage fixed yet?
Yes, and take better care of it next time.
Very well then. Hello there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What?
Nothing. You're doing all right. Just keep practicing. I'm not even here. You're all alone in the woods and nobody's here to judge you. Not even me. See how I'm gone?
That must be her. Stop. Wait. Come on out, will you?
Who?
Why, you, of course.
Who, me?
Have you forgotten you're all alone?
I'm not alone. You are here.
And who else?
Nobody?
Aha! If you were a friend of the forest, they'd all be here. The moss hogs and the hazel ferrets. The pebble crane would even rain on you from the skies to honor you. And the wood foxes would build a magnificent bonfire, and everyone would dance.
What?
But as you are not a friend of the forest, everyone just stayed at home.
If I were a friend of the forest, would you come out then?
Yes, in that case we'd have something to talk about. We'd have to stand in awkward silence otherwise.
And in order to be a friend of the forest, I'd have to...
Have friends, that's right. Resin rats, for example. Or paper finches.
And where would I find those?
If you don't have any friends, you'll have to make them up.
What on earth has Gwynnling foisted upon me? I'll be back in a minute. What a peculiar snail shell. It's like an elven cornucopia from the old tales. What's hidden in the foliage there? Guess I'll have to dig in the foliage then. Ow! No fairy, just a hedgehog. Very well. Perhaps Gwynnling will settle for a hedgehog in case I can't catch the fairy.
Serves you right, spiky guy. You shouldn't always sting our guests. No wonder no one ever comes to visit us. Help yourself. I have plenty of those.
Lure the fairy out of her hollow playing the flute. Great idea, Gwynnling. All right. This one goes here. That one there. This one over there. Chestnut mannequin. Hello? Well, now, a chestnut king.
A king? Really?
Yeah, he rules the realm of the chestnuts and he's my friend.
I'm deeply honored, your tiny majesty.
Gheron here is my dearest friend of the forest, my lady fairy.
Both of you may enter.
Finally. What a strange place. Dolls made of bulbs with hats made of leaves. But where is the...
Hello. I am Nuri Dari Nelavunda, and this is Miss Greenbald, Finkel and Hinkle, the Turnip Ghosts, and Plapperap. To make it simple, you can call me Nuri. Why are you looking at me like that? Are you... in love?
Now that's unfortunate. I thought you were a fairy. All this nonsense completely in vain.
Of course I am a fairy. What else could I be?
You're a human, just like I am. You're much too tall for a blossom fairy and a man-sized fairy.
We'll turn you into a radish at once if you don't keep quiet.
Oh no. The dolls, they... No, please. Please don't do it. I'm just a simple bird catcher. How was I supposed to know?
I'm just fooling around. I can't turn anyone into a radish. In fact, I can't turn anyone into anything anymore.
But you are a fairy?
Yes. Why?
Would you like to come with me?
Why? Do you want to show me your world, which must be full of humans?
Yes.
With roofs made from wooden shingles?
Exactly. I can show you those.
Oh, that's marvellous. But no, I can't leave here. I must stay near the fairy gate.
Is this the fairy gate? Does it lead to your world?
Not anymore. It's been sealed.
Did you come from the fairyland?
Yes. And hopefully I'll never go back there.
Why can't you just come with me?
If I leave here, I get sick. The only thing that keeps me alive in this world is the magic of the fairy gate.
How's that?
It is my well. Without its water, my soul dries up. Like a plant.
Couldn't you just take a part of the magic with you?
How could I do that?
Let me think about it. Why don't you want to go back to your home?
That's just the way it is.
Well, all right. To each their own secrets. I'll be back in a minute. Can I borrow one of these ribbons?
Not those. I wanted to use them to... No, I can't remember what I wanted with them. I'll give them to you as a present.
Is that a magic well? It doesn't even look like a gate.
Why? What do you think it's supposed to look like? You're strange.
I keep hearing that. Get out of there. Let's see where this leads me. Well, the prawn shellers of Nostria would laugh at me, but that's still a fishing rod.
What are you doing there?
Very well, but how do I seal the snail shell now? Interesting. The acorn fits on the end of the snail shell like a cork. Now finally I'll attach the leather ribbon so that the fairy won't spill anything. Look what I've made for you.
You've tied Yerka the snail to a leather ribbon.
No, look. The snail shell is filled with water from the fairy gate. Now you can come with me.
Really?
Just try it. All righty, let's go.
You have to show me everything. Where do we go first?
We have to go to Andергаст.
Is that where you live?
That's one way of expressing it.
Which way? This way.
Wait.
Look, Gheron. A magnificent bird.
This plague gets worse and worse. Come, there's the town gate.
I just want to say hello to him.
This unkempt black witch's beast?
Says the ugly, pale-faced pig-eater.
Hello, Raven.
I advise you to avoid the town.
What's he saying?
Two dark figures tiptoe past the gate. They're on the lookout for your fairy friend.
Who says she's a fairy?
I am a fairy.
She's lying. How come you can talk anyway? And how do you know everything?
I once made a big mistake, so the gods punished me by giving me the conscience of a man.
Birds don't make mistakes. Birds just do whatever it is that birds do.
You mean like the crows in this town?
Why don't you regale us with a cheerful tale?
Stay away from him, Nuri. Something's wrong here.
But all creatures have the gift of speech, Gheron.
That's not important. Come on, you'll be safe with me and Gwynnling. Why is the door open?
This is where you live?
Something's wrong here.
Look at this mess.
Is this blood? By the gods, there's somebody here. The fairy. I have to hide her. Look, Nuri, this is exciting.
Is that a cave?
Yes, wait in there until you see a bright light.
Who's this? Hello. I am Nuri Dari Nelavanda, but Gheron calls me Nuri.
I have to find out what's going on here. By the gods, what happened here? Your eyes. Who did this to you?
The seer. He's back.
Don't move. I'm with you now.
He sent his creatures for me. The fairy. You'll have to... They...
Gwynnling. Gwynnling, stay with me. What kind of creatures were they?
Creatures of the night. Strangers in a strange world.
What did they look like?
They had pale faces and pointy claws.
What did the attackers want from you?
The old fairy. Scholar. He'll be the next.
What fairy scholar? Please don't die. Not now.
He travelled with us back then. 13 years ago. He was the one who sealed the gate to the fairyland.
Where is he now?
It was all in vain.
Where is the fairy scholar?
In the blood barrier. at the Red Lake.
He went to the Auckland?
It's too late now. All is lost.
What did you tell them?
I spit at them with my own blood.
What do they want with the fairy?
He needs her, but he mustn't get her.
What will happen with the fairy now?
There's only one solution.
What way is that?
You'll have to kill her. It's the only way that Seer can be stopped.
What? No, I'm not a murderer.
In that case, Andергast will perish.
I can't kill the fairy.
You'll have to do it.
Surely there must be another way.
Don't be a fool. His power is beyond the realm of your imagination.
Gwynnling?
There. I can hear them, the black wings.
No, 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 no! What am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do? I can't kill the fairy. I'm not going to change my mind again. There must be another way. The fairy scholar. The Red Lake in the blood barrier. The king can deploy his knights there. They'll know how to defeat the seer. I must go to the castle immediately to warn them and everything will be fine.
There she is! There's the witch! Don't look into her eyes! Witch, take her to the stake to burn!
Oh no, Nuri! As if I wasn't in enough trouble already. How can I get her down from there? At least it's a memento of Gwynnling. They ripped out his eyeballs. How can he find his way to Firon's hunting grounds now?
Your fairy is in danger, Night Hare.
Oh, it's you again.
A mob has amassed. They want to burn her like a witch. Go and help her before it's too late.
What did the fairy do?
She ran off and set all the animals free. All hell broke loose. They almost caught your friend, but she fled to the top of the wall.
Why do they want to burn Nuri like a common witch?
That came up when she fell into the booth with the clay bowls. She raised an awful ruckus, and when everybody was looking in her direction, she fixed all the broken goods with a spell.
She has the ability to repair things with magic?
Yes, just like a witch does. And a stake can be set up in no time.
I have to rescue her. Why don't you help?
I am a raven. What can I do?
Giving smart replies and making sinister threats, that's what. You buggers are nothing but bad luck.
Now that's helpful. Why don't you get with it and get her down from there before it's too late?
I'll come up with something. You keep quiet.
Hurry.
Nuri!
Geron, your humans are mad at me. I'm afraid that they'll do me harm.
What did you do? I told you to stay in the room.
I got bored, so I took a walk. I wanted to see a town. In the big courtyard, all the animals had been caged. I felt so sorry for them.
So you opened the cages?
Yes, then I stumbled and there was a terrible noise. All of the bowls and...
Why didn't you stay in the cabinet?
I didn't want to do any harm. Ask the raven, he saw it all.
How did you get up there anyway?
I can't remember. I was scared of your humans, and the next thing I knew I was up here. But now, I can't get down.
Those are not my humans. Can you really perform proper magic, Nuri? Like fixing broken things?
Most of the time I can. Fixing things is easy.
Can you fix this knife with your magic?
Sure.
Do I have to throw it to you or something?
That's not necessary.
It really is fixed. Thank you.
Will you rescue me now?
I'm on it.
They've begun to throw stones.
This way! Nuri, come now!
What happened here?
No time. We have to get out of town.
Is he dead?
Don't think about him. We have to go. He wanted you to die, and if we stay here, he'll get his wish.
What? How do you know that?
Before he died, he asked me to kill you. But I won't do that. I will protect you. So please trust me and come already.
You can come out now. The mob has calmed down.
That was the gong for the 6th hour of evening. I was supposed to be a hero by now.
A hero?
The king asked me to get rid of a plague of crows in the castle. I would have shown them all.
Get rid of a plague of crows? I prefer saviours of fairies.
I can never go back.
That's for the best anyway. The creatures who killed your mentor would find you immediately.
How come you know so much? Why are you helping us?
I have my reasons. Night Hare. Good thing those creatures didn't find you before me.
Night Hare?
Geron, what are we going to do now?
We'll travel to the Red Lake in the Blood Barrier. Into Auckland.
Into Auckland? I hope you know what you're doing.
Gvinling said something about a fairy scholar. He will know about, about you, Nuri. He'll help you.
Perhaps he can show me how to use magic again, without any pain.
Yes, I'm sure he can.
What do you think, Raven?
It's a possibility.
The scholar mustn't send me back to my home, though. I'll never go back there.
Come on. I want to be as far away from this place as possible when the sun goes down.
Poor boy. He's taking desperation for determination.
I trust him.
You know that his mentor told him to kill you.
I know. He told me. But he won't do it. He'll take me to safety and together we'll see the world. Ah, that will be marvellous. Geron, wait. Don't worry, Raven. He's not going to do anything foolish.
I hope you're right, my child.
For the first time in his life, Geron was leaving home. He didn't know exactly where the Red Lake was, or whether he would be able to find the fairy scholar there, or how he might be able to help him. So he just followed the road towards the north. How could he have known where this journey would take him? Nuri had left all her sorrows behind. Finally, she was free. And as soon as they found the fairy scholar, she would even be able to command magic again. Then she would put a rainbow bird in every tree and would paint a happy face on Geron. Meanwhile, Geron was haunted by the voice from his dreams, and its horrific prophecy filled his heart with doubt.
Why did you have to get involved with the Wraithling King?
King Efferdan is not a Wraithling. It's just the name of his family.
But why does everybody believe that you bring bad luck?
I don't bring bad luck.
Come, perhaps that old woman over there knows the way to the fairy scholar. She can take us there in her wagon.
Wait, let me do the talking. You're very talented with the lute.
Why, thank you. It's the tune for a loved one.
A loved one?
But tell me, please, who are you? And why are you tiptoeing around my camp?
We come from Andергast, and we're travelling north to the Blood Barrier. This is Nuri, and I am Geron.
The Blood Barrier? What is your business there?
We're looking for a wise man. It's quite complicated. I can't explain the whole story.
That's okay. I'm not nosy, just careful.
Greetings, Raven.
What dealings does the Raven have with you? You bringer of bad luck, Boron's envoy, you and your ilk. You have taken my loved one from me. Go away! Stay away from the messengers of Boron.
And who are you?
Oh yes, I am Isilda, the Carney bride, but I'm a widow now.
What happened to your husband?
Oh, my dear Darian. He was a magnificent acrobat. I used to play the lute and sing while he was performing, but our act didn't earn us much of a living anymore. So he had the high rope set up higher than ever before.
You mean...
There were no last words, and no last wish I could foster in my heart.
That... I know how you...
Never mind.
Where are you headed?
I'm on my way to Andергast. You might know that the Queen of Nostria is eagerly awaited. I want to perform my arts at the town fair there, but now I have a broken wheel on my trailer, and I am stuck.
Suppose I fix the wheel for you.
Good luck with that. It's all splintered.
We'd be much faster if we used the Carney's wagon, but you'd better avoid Andергast, Isilda.
How do you reckon? I'm not going back.
All of Andергast is full of crows. They're hassling the citizens and no one can do anything about them.
That sounds adventurous.
The town fair has been cancelled.
So it would be useless for me to go there. I guess you've told the truth so far, but I'm still not completely convinced.
The Raven. He came from the direction of Andергast. Perhaps he's a bad omen.
I don't want to have anything to do with this messenger of bad luck. I guess I'd better turn round.
You could take us with you, northward. It's much safer to travel in a group.
As long as the wheel is broken, I'm stuck here. You can come back if you want to warm yourself up.
Take a little rest. We still have a long way ahead of us.
How long?
I don't know. I never travelled very far. I hope everything will turn out all right.
Don't you worry. The Birdman will watch over us.
I don't trust this Raven worth a farthing.
I'm not talking about the Raven. I'm talking about the Birdman. He wears a colourful dress of plumes and is wrapped in stardust. And when he plays the flute, our hearts break from the yearning for distant places. It's the song of freedom, Garen. You just have to listen. It's so beautiful.
Birdman? You mean Arvis, the patron god of adventurers?
Wherever we go, he'll watch over us.
Why do you trust the Raven?
He just wants to help us.
He doesn't have a reason to do that, and he keeps insulting me.
You're not making it easy to be nice to you. He is a good bird, and I believe he wants to prove that to himself by helping us. And you, Geron, will have to learn to trust someone. Not everyone is always against you.
I am a bird catcher. I'm not going to trust a darn bird. What if the Birdman doesn't watch over us? What if something happens to us?
Stop it. You're making me all confused. I'm going to count the stars now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
By the gods, you can't mean that.
You should try for yourself. It will calm you down in a moment. 37.
There, you forgot one.
I like it much better like that.
Aren't you tired too?
Not one bit.
Didn't you want to explore the surroundings, Raven?
It's late at night, and I'm not an owl, bonehead.
At least you could flutter around somewhere else for a change. You scared that old woman to death.
If that's what you want, I'm used to ingratitude.
Just a moment. There's something lying there. Now maybe Nuri can fix it. So you can fix things with a spell, yes?
It's not good when things are broken, but that's all I can do. Bigger spells drain too much energy from me when I'm not in the fairyland. I'd perish like a small, insignificant little flame.
But repairing things is definitely an option.
Yes, that's easy. It's similar to your breaking talent, but instead of imagining things smashed apart, you have to imagine the shards reassembling. Just tell me what you want me to fix, but all the components have to be present. So if a jug is broken into 7 shards, you'd have to have all 7 pieces. And then you'd have to say, I wish. The I wish part is very important.
All right. I wish... Hey! Really very funny.
A nice whale.
Oh, you can do magic?
Not much anymore.
Are you a druid's daughter?
No, I am Nuridara Nelavandra. Do you command magic?
Well, nothing like that. But I know a different kind of magic.
Really?
Darian and I were sometimes able to literally blind our audience. Watch out.
Whoa, such a beautiful, bright light. But do you always use this white powder for your magic?
What powder?
And it doesn't hurt you to summon light? Does the powder lessen your pain?
I really don't know what you're talking about.
The wheel is back on the axle. Would you agree to give us a ride for a while now?
You have fixed the wagon. And by Travia, I can use a little company. Here are the keys to the trailer. I'll stay at the campfire a little while longer.
Let's go in. This was a nice day.
Oh yeah, like hell it was. I won the oak leaf challenge.
What are we going to do next?
We'll sleep.
Look. This is the white powder the wrinkly woman used to summon the glistening white light. I saw her throwing it into the fire.
Don't touch that. Who knows what it is?
I'll sleep in the bed. You can have the rug.
Huh? What? What was that? That came from outside.
No, nobody was here.
She's lying.
Regrettable.
He who speaks lies shall hold his tongue.
Please, believe me. There's no one here besides me.
Oh yes, they are here.
She's trying to lead us up the garden path. She'll have to tell us where they are.
Please, I can't tell you anything else.
In that case, we can't leave her unscathed.
Will you go away?
Time flows fast in this world.
Lives are shortened all the time. They are here, and we will find them.
What's going on?
2 strange figures are looking for us. They don't know where we are yet, but they're threatening Isidore.
Oh no. We must help her.
I have to distract the creatures somehow, or chase them off. It's hollow. I hope the powder does what it's supposed to. I could seal the opening of the neck with the rag. Now nothing's trickling out anymore.
Hurry!
She's wasting time.
They are here, and we will find them.
No! No! Ah!
They killed her just like that. The creature is coming to the coach box. I have to get us out of here.
What happened to Isidore?
She's all right. She fled.
But her cry.
The creatures injured her, but then they let her go.
But...
And then she ran off into the woods. Nuri, we have to go now. They'll kill us.
Ah! Geron!
Fex be with me. That didn't work. Make yourself useful for once.
Geron!
I'm working as fast as I can. There. Now, quickly. I can do it, Nuri.
Geron!
I can do it.
Was it not fate that drove him forth? The seer had sought them out. For the moment, they had been able to escape, but the creatures would never stop chasing them. Who could help them now? When the seer's harp sounds, Andергast will perish, Gwynling said. And the fairy is the key. Geron had to find out more about these things. The fairy scholar was his only hope. He was right to let Nuri live. He was deeply convinced of that. Even his darkest dreams didn't reveal what woe this decision would soon befall his hometown. But would he have decided any differently had he known?
Are you really better now?
Stop asking all the time. I'm not staying in the wagon. I've been in there for days. And those pale men stopped chasing us a while ago.
All right, but we'll have to talk about your magic at some point.
Look! A human!
What am I doing here? Listen, how are you doing?
I am sad that Isida is gone. I hope these terrors will come to an end soon.
That's why we're looking for the fairy scholar, to prevent worse things from happening. What kind of magic was that you saved us with?
That was the power of the moonlight. It is like fire to the sad fairies. It burns them.
What do you mean, sad fairies?
I felt that they once were just like me.
And now they are sad?
Sure. If fairies lose their command over magic, they don't die but get consumed by darkness instead. Then they're sad and will never be able to laugh again.
To me, they seemed like mean fiends who have Isida's blood on their hands.
They're sad nonetheless. Believe me.
Why do those mean fairies serve the seer?
You must have put a spell on them. And please stop talking about this subject. It's making me sad.
Your magic is fatal, even for you, isn't it? You almost got burned by it yourself.
I didn't want you to die.
Thank you, Nuri.
What are we going to do now?
We need some gear before we can move on.
That's all right. I can do with a little rest.
Very well. Let's carry on later. Hail, Rondra, Sir Knight. Could you kindly tell us where we are?
This is the Thash mountain range.
Thash? So the blood barrier is not far off?
It is but a short distance for a travelling knight. For a farm boy and a maiden, it might prove quite a journey.
I am no farmer.
My maiden, you should seek protection from a proper man in these dangerous surroundings.
What kind of a man?
I am Bogomil Rathling, Knight of Andергast. At your service, fair maiden.
I am Nuri. This is my friend Geron.
Nuri it is. What an extraordinary name.
What business does a Knight of Andергast have in the Thash Mountains?
The king put me in charge of observing the orc tribes of the Blood Barrier.
You have travelled through the Blood Barrier?
Of course, but now I have to return to Andергast. There has been some unrest amongst the Tolokai. I have to report to King Eferdan immediately.
We need some gear. A rope, blankets, provisions, everything that can be of use.
Usually you can get those things from Graham, but the old pighead hides in his house and doesn't make a sound. I wouldn't trust that cutthroat anyway. Do you hear that, Graham? You are a cutthroat.
Why does this Graham hide anyway?
The stupid ox won't admit that I am right.
Right?
Right. He refuses to pay the dues he owes me.
What dues?
He's responsible for the death of my horse. Gave him spoiled fodder, so he died miserably. I'm in a hurry, but by foot alone I won't get far.
Why don't you buy this horse and carriage from us?
What use is a carney's trailer to me? But you can leave me your hack. What are you asking for it?
I'm not really sure.
Make up your mind about the price. Then I'll tell you mine.
Did you run into an explorer in the blood barrier near a red lake?
Red Lake? No, but if he came from the south, he must have been through here.
Rondra be with you, Sir Knight.
And with you. Futile, my boy. That's a dwarf's job.
Never again will the puppeteer tell this story, and that's my fault. Maybe I really am a bad luck charm. Just take it all. Fits exactly.
Fire! Murder! The orcs are attacking! What are you lot still doing here? Scram before the black furs get here.
Seems like you've been fooled, Sir Dwarf. The boy has sounded the bell. There are no orcs attacking.
What? What's going on in your wooden head, boy? Sounds the alarm without good cause and forces an honest dwarf out of his warm and comfy chair. I can't believe it.
I just wanted to... You didn't answer the door, sir.
Well, forget it. But you can cut out the formal hogwash while we're at it. Who are you, anyway?
I am Gheron of Andергast.
From Anderdgaste? Just like this one there? Very well, then. My name is Gram, Grandoline's son. And this is Gram's open house.
Open house? Pfft.
What do you want, Gheron of Anderdgaste?
We need gear and provisions for our journey. That means a good length of rope, blankets, water...
Very well. That'll be 1 ducat, please.
What? That's much too expensive.
By Fex and Angrosh, what did you expect? Do you think this stuff grows under the rocks around here? Too expensive? I can't believe it.
But...
You can ask again as soon as you have some money.
I'll sell you the horse and the trailer.
Nah, don't bother. I don't care much for hacks and what they drag around with them.
What kind of argument do you and the knight have anyway?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The knight says you poisoned his horse.
Why, that's what he did.
Shut your face, Rathling.
Bah!
Well, never mind. It's none of my business.
You're not so stupid after all.
We're looking for a wise man who is said to be in the blood barrier at the moment, near a red lake.
One of those weirdos, eh? I remember one of them coming through here. Wanted to buy all sorts of stuff from me. Lots of obscure rubbish.
Do you know exactly where I can find him?
Yes. I'll tell you if you can offer me something in exchange. You rub my back, I rub yours, understand?
There you have it, my boy. The dwarf is a cutthroat.
Will you bugger off and take care of your swine?
Where is the fairy scholar, pray tell?
Do you have anything nice to offer me in exchange? In that case, I have no idea where the chap is.
I'll leave you to it then.
Hey, keep your paws off my Jenner Creek blue shine beard dye. Do you think my beard gets groomed by air and darkness alone?
You'd better leave the stuff to this dandy boy. It's his most beloved possession.
What? No! By Angrosh and all the beard critters, my beautiful Jenner Creek blue shine beard dye. Who did that?
Perhaps Angrosh himself has punished you for your vanity, Sir Dwarf.
What will my beard have to say to that?
Wanberries. Their bitter blue juice has healing properties. My arm is too short. Raven, after being a good scout for us these last few days, Nuri has asked me to be nicer to you.
What do you think? Will you be able to do that?
I'll try. How about you?
We'll see.
We were able to escape the Seer's creatures and have come a long way. fate might smile on us favourably. Now we're back in charge.
Well, well. Fate. What do you think that is? Fate.
The will of the gods.
And you think you can bend the will of the gods to fit your agenda?
Every man follows his destiny. It's something the gods let us pursue.
What's your destiny, then?
At least it's not being a cursed bad luck charmer. I'm responsible for the pursuit of my own happiness.
Don't you fear the prophecy? What if your doom is inevitable?
My future hasn't been decided yet.
No one ever escapes from Satinav's boundless gaze.
Tell me more about Satinav.
He's known by many names. The 13-horned, the irresistible, the helmsman of the barge of time. He once was a mighty magician, or even a demigod. The gods chained him to the barge of time because he tried to be the master over his own future.
They say the gods don't like people to determine their own fate.
Like Satinav, we mortals are chained to time.
In that case, I will have to break those chains. Have you seen if those demons are still following us?
Didn't you shake them off?
I think I did. I could be wrong, though. They are mighty creatures of the seer.
I didn't see anyone following us on my scouting flights.
Good.
But that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Don't start raining on my parade. Nuri thinks that the seer's creatures were wicked fairies. How come he's got such a strong relation to fairies?
You're barking up the wrong tree.
Does he plan to make her a wicked fairy as well?
Possibly.
Do you see the flower box at the dwarf's house up there?
I see him.
There are wandberries in there. Can you fly up there and get me some?
Do you need a healing remedy? Are you injured?
No, but they are great for wounds. We should be prepared for all possibilities on our journey.
All right, then.
Now all I have to do is squeeze the berries. How do I fill it? Good old Garatian Bluebeard dye. Sir Knight Rathling.
What is it, my boy?
I'll sell you the horse for 1 ducat.
That old nag isn't worth more than half a ducat. And that would be the deal of your life, my boy. So do we have a deal?
No, we need 1 ducat.
Well, my offer still stands.
I guess we'll have to move on without any gear, Nuri.
But I thought we couldn't go on without.
To venture into the blood barrier with insufficient means, that would be foolish.
But we don't have any money, and you refuse to give us enough for the horse.
Bah!
The knight is right. We can't proceed further into the wild with nothing in our bags. I guess we're stranded for now.
No problem. I like it here. What are those trees over there?
If you feel all right, my girl, everything is just fine. But I can't stand to see fair maidens suffer.
I guess you'll have to look the other way then.
If we don't move along soon, the dark creatures will catch up with us.
I didn't think they were very dark. They were mainly sad.
They killed Isidore, and they almost got us too.
I thought they were a little bit like me.
No, I'm sure they weren't. I wonder what your friends at home are doing at the moment.
Why?
Well, they're all alone now, and they surely miss you.
All alone? Miss Greenbell, we have to go back and fetch them.
No, we can't go back now. Do you want to run directly into the creature's claws? We have to find the fairy scholar. He will help us, and then we can fetch Mrs. Greenbald and the rest.
Miss Greenbald?
Don't you want to help Nuri, good Sir Knight Rathling?
Oh my.
What's wrong with her?
She's sad that we can't go on.
What can I do for you, Nuri?
Miss Greenbald.
How can I help?
Please help us out with 1 ducat, good Sir Knight. Half a ducat for the horse and half a ducat to make Nuri smile again.
I think you've got me, my boy. No gold in the world is spent in vain if it makes beauty smile again. Here you go.
I thank you, good knight.
So we can travel soon?
Yes.
And Miss Greenbald won't have to wait much longer.
Yes, that's the spirit, my girl. Say, don't you want to stay with me after all?
Not on your life.
What do you want?
Here's the money for the gear.
Wonderful. Here's your stuff. It's exceptional quality. Good value, too.
I sure hope so, dwarf.
I'll give you some advice for free. When you go into the blood barrier, you'd better not burden yourself with too much stuff. You'll feel every ounce in your bones up in the mountains.
Yes, I know that. Can you make use of this Garatian beard tonic? I'll give it to you for some information.
Let's see it. Garatian? I guess this will have to make do until I can get my hands on the real stuff again. So, what do you want to know?
Where exactly has the scholar gone?
He babbled something about a cave to the north of a big orc statue, near a red lake. He couldn't wait to get there. His imp had made a mess of my whole shop.
When did the fairy scholar pass through here?
That must have been a month ago. Wanted to stay the winter in the blood barrier. I called him crazy. All his imp had for me was a dirty laugh.
What is an imp doing with a fairy scholar?
How the hell should I know? That was an unholy, uninhibited, nasty little imp. Ugly and mean. My shop still reeks of his foul mouth.
How do we get to this cave?
First you travel north, through the Screech Owl Forest. Or, better yet, past Bloodthorn Hollow. Oh, never mind. I'll show you on the map.
Why, thank you, Master Dwarf. Come on, Nuri. Let's move on.
Come along, Raven.
The blood barrier. Most impassable of all mountain ranges. What in the name of all 12 gods had made the fairy scholar come here? There wasn't a single danger that didn't lurk here. Into what kind of barren land had he brought Nuri? The orcs called these mountains Gravish's Claws. And of all the black furs, the most horrible tribe called this its home. They took their captured prisoners to the caves of Orakar and hunted them to death. That's what was said of the bloodthirsty Zolochai. And the path led straight through their camp.
Shh, Nuri! Come over here into the shadows. They can't see us here. That's a whole camp of orcs. If they find us, we're dead.
Raven!
Go on, report. And craw a little less loudly, if you will.
The Red Lake is behind this ridge, but the orcs are everywhere. They are here to perform a ritual. It will take days for them to finish it and leave.
No Red Lake, then?
Nonsense. We haven't journeyed through the blood barrier for days just to turn back now.
You want to save the fairy, yet you risk her death. I thought Nuri could trust you. But you're doing exactly what Gwynling asked you to.
Aye.
Don't worry, Raven. Garen knows exactly what to do. Don't you, Garen?
Of course I do. I'll get you to the fairy scholar in one piece. Nuri!
They're fighting about who Tyrek will crush like a maggot.
What? Don't worry, Nuri. I'll protect you.
I miss my forest and all the life within it.
We'll be with the fairy scholar soon and all will be fine.
That sounds so beautiful.
I just have to get rid of the orcs.
You still have me, Nuri.
You said something about Tyrak. Do you understand what the Black Furs are saying?
Don't you?
Oh, forget it. And what, pray tell, are they talking about?
Those two don't like each other, and the third one is always laughing.
Anything important that could help us?
Wait a minute.
Ushai Orkash, Droshak, Schnach, Tairach, Groch, Roik, Hakus, Go, Israk, Taika, Kare.
It's a story with a lot of names in it.
I don't think stories will get us any further ahead.
They're talking about blood and guts a lot.
Are they exchanging recipes or what?
They are fighting about who Tyrak will crush like a maggot.
And which of them is Tyrak?
That's their blood god.
The big loud one is impatient. He's eager to receive a sign from Tyrak, otherwise he'll start the dance himself.
So they're waiting for a sign. Interesting.
Trokor Harkulza. Korka Harkulzach. Groch Jurahir. Knack Tairach. Taika Jorm Barak Baruk Sharas Tor Aikar.
Again, there are many names. A certain Aikar.
The Aikar is the chieftain of all orcs.
They're waiting for their supreme orc. Just what we need.
No. They've been waiting for a judgment from their god for days.
And then?
And blood shall flow. Or they're waiting for blood.
Are you sure you're getting this right, Nuri?
Their god wants blood, the orcs want blood. But no one seems to have it.
We could offer Master Raven here.
Keep on joking, my boy.
Now they're just running in circles. They're not saying anything new.
Is this a human skull? Oh, great. The skull cap is split. Now it sounds loud and hollow if I knock against the skull cap. The rock is bleeding colour. I can't reach it. Plus, the orcs would detect me. Say, do you see that jawbone at the pole?
Yes.
You'll have to fetch it for me.
Why me?
You're a bird. Flutter, flutter.
I'm not a common scavenger crow.
Come on, Raven.
Or?
I'm a bird catcher. I know ways to get rid of feathered buggers like you.
Ushai Orkash, Droshak, Schnach, Tairach, Groch, Roik, Hakus, Go, Israk, Taika, Karek, Tairach, Harku, Groch, Sirkoi, Mor, Ke, In, Roch, Groch, Tairach, Narul, Groch, Tairach, Sor, Urkash,
I'll relieve you of that.
Tukar, Mush, Haku, Tervash, Borok, Yanok,
The Raven hardly caught the orc's attention.
Rakoirach.
Let's see. Damn, the knot is too tight. There we go. A throw hook? The stone fits perfectly into the horn. Now the Colossus is spilling blood.
Marok! Oh, Taika! No, Taika! Knach, Taika! Inroch, Taika! Mol, Atseki! Mol, Kur, Knach! Uza! Ok! Baruko, Kasrotak!
There!
Can we reach the Red Lake at last?
Follow me without attracting attention.
You're not the kind to give up easily, are you?
Yes, that's me.
The Red Lake.
No explorer to be seen anywhere.
Maybe there. Hello?
Not so loud. The orcs.
And who might you be, young'uns?
What? You must be the Scholar's Imp, aren't you?
No, I'm a Capercaillie. A Capercaillie, and you won't catch me.
Do you know where his cave is?
Do I? Do I?
Oh, good. Where is it?
I'm not telling. I'm not a snitch.
And all will be well when we've found the fairy scholar?
I hope so.
His research might help me use magic without pain. Then I could grant your every wish.
At least that's what the fairy tales say. Perhaps the explorer can show you a way back into your world too. You'd be safe there.
Stop that. I'll turn back at once if you don't. I'm not going back to my world.
What's so horrible about your home?
Is the fairy scholar human, perchance?
You're trying to deflect.
You are trying to deflect.
Very well then, keep your secret to yourself. Where has the raven gone anyway?
I hope nothing bad happened to him.
If it were up to me, he shouldn't even bother coming back.
But he's helped us many times.
Did he? I just keep hearing him making snide comments.
He warned us about the sad fairies.
Well, yes, that one time.
When he helped us with the orcs as well. In addition...
Yes, all right, he's welcome to come back. I'll have a further look around. One piece should suffice. A small orcan bulldog.
Really?
Why, yes, and that's how, after 700 winters of loneliness, I finally... But I'll tell you the rest later, my child. The turnip face is back.
Now she can come with us. The Lily Queen. The Summerling. Oh no, we'll have to free him.
I'm sure he's all right.
What's he doing there?
I'm only looking.
Good. Because this is my favorite stone.
Come on, show us the way to the cave.
No, I'm busy. Nasty little.
Why, that was quite a splash.
You've ruined my pipeweed. It's all wet. Wet, wet, wet.
And you're bald, too.
What? A bald head? Where is my hat? My hat?
Well, imp. I caught you, so you'd better take us to the fairy scholar now.
Am I supposed to wander the world without a hat on my head? I want a new one.
Where am I supposed to get a new hat?
And new weed for the pipe. I'm demanding that too.
Looks like the ceremonial baggy cap of the royal huntsman. Here's a hat for you, decorated and all.
This reeks of horse drool. But it has some nice thingamajiggies on the rim. Even better looking than the old one.
Well, imp? Do you want this pipeweed?
Yes, yes. I'm not choosy in that respect. The most important thing is that it stings in the throat.
There, now you have what you wanted.
Just one more thing.
No, by all 12, not one thing more.
You don't have a sense of humor, do you? Well then, listen carefully. 70 paces towards where the thistles have no heads. 21 paces towards where the sunbeams are bent in a circle. 9 paces towards where the mushrooms have wings. There you'll find my friend in a hidden cave. As long as he's not down in the maze near his fairy artifact, that is.
That's easy. Come on, Geron.
What?
That was easy. But there's nobody here.
Damn, that imp duped us.
Wait, didn't he say the fairy scholar is examining an artifact deep down in the mountain?
That's right. So we'll have to go looking for him there. But without a map of the cave system, we'll never be able to find him.
What's that supposed to be?
It shows statues with swords. Perhaps a piece of art. What's that supposed to depict?
Turn it around.
There's nothing on the back.
No, I meant the other way.
What other way?
Oh, you have no sense for art at all. What is this?
There's something written on this one that I can't decipher. That's one of those butterflies from the lakeshore.
Summerlings.
Or summerlings.
What's he doing in a display case?
Display case?
We have to free the summerling.
I can't reach it.
You must free him. Do you always have to break things?
You wanted me to set it free.
But not like that. Things shouldn't be broken.
It's just a jar.
Yes, just a jar. But at some point everything will fall apart. And everything will be dark and grey.
Why don't you fix it then?
This is the last time I'm doing this for you.
That's what you said the day before yesterday. Only charcoal and ashes left.
Why, that's not a vase. Oh, look!
If the numbers on the stone tablet are right, the fairy artifact must be there. I think I know where the explorer is now.
That's taking too much time. Come on, let's ask the imp.
Wait!
Oh no!
What's wrong?
There are orcs down at the lake.
Damn! They must have followed our tracks. We should hurry up. I'll just draw the map on the backside.
Geron, you have to promise that the explorer won't send me home.
All right, I promise. Come on, I know where we have to go now. All hail the 12. Are you the fairy scholar?
By Fabulon's crown and Farendel's fingerweb, a fairy, in flesh and blood. Let me have a look at you, glistening maiden. What portal have you come through? Which world do you belong to? No, don't tell me. Tall and without wings, not a Larifari. And no creek or tree on you, so neither a nymph nor a dryad.
I am Nuri Dari Nelavanda. Can you help me so that I can use magic again, without any pain and loss?
An inquisitive fairy. Wait, I have to focus my mind.
I want to stay in this world and wander free like the raven and live through adventures with Geron. Can you help me?
Only 3 times am I allowed to err.
Master Fairy Scholar?
Oh, another... Oh, a human.
My name is Geron. We've come to seek your counsel. You are the Fairy Scholar, right?
Giacomo Nauta, Sage of the Spheres, Temporal Analyst, and Fairy Scholar. That hits the nail on the head, I should say. But just one moment, young man. Please do not touch those fairy crystals, Nuridara Nelavanda. Interference, you know. Where were we, my boy?
Fairy crystals?
Nuri can't use magic in this world.
Don't touch under any circumstances.
Whoops!
Save yourselves!
Ah!
Nuri!
Anrianvella muren ema testeliananati. Gerionero anrianvella.
What did she say? Here, take a mouthful.
Oh, black fortunes. The fairy artifact. Millennia. Gone in a blink of an eye.
We have to save Nuri. She's been cut off from us, and she seems to be in shock.
Am I surprised? She just had to touch the crystals. Your fairy has to find another way out.
But the orcs are on that side, and they've surely been following us. Nuri mustn't fall into their hands.
I can draw a safe passage back for her, but I'd need the notebook from my backpack.
Very well. The notebook it shall be. Your stick is broken. The arm of the fairy knight statue. Nuri, could you please? Well, good. Thanks.
Atialne mune du leval. Is mantrairelli. Is lera mantrairelli.
The stick fits perfectly into the hole left by the sword handle.
Un mulila, Garon.
Here. This is for your fairy. The way out of the mountain. She must run to the mill that's marked here. That's where we'll meet again. Follow the directions to the mill. You can't miss it. The way should be safe. Come, my boy. It's time to leave. So the seer wants to get hold of Nuri Darin Elavanda. Satinav. History has a way of repeating itself.
What do you mean by that?
Once before, the seer abused fairies by making them play the harp for him, until they lost their magic and fell victim to the darkness.
Nuri called them sad fairies. The seer sent them to follow our tracks.
Possible. Quite possible.
You fought alongside the king's heroes?
Hezinder forbid. I'd make a knight of miserable stature. When the young king asked me for help, the seer had long been in captivity, but I sealed the fairy gate in the stone oak forest.
So that was you?
For all time, the hardest decision in my whole life. But other fairies might have reached Andергast to play the harp.
How come you didn't find Nuri at the fairy gate back then?
There were rumors in those times that the heroes had saved a fairy from the seer's clutches, but nobody felt it necessary to introduce her to me before they let her go.
Do you know more about the magic harp?
It can only be played by the hands of a fairy. A human, even the seer, would perish in the attempt. That's because it was built by fairies.
What for?
It must harbor great power. Power that suits the seer well. Unfortunately, its whereabouts are unknown. We could examine it further otherwise. The Academy of Magicians never broke their silence about it to me. I can't blame them.
But why is it in our world and not with the fairies?
That's one thing that must be discovered. There must be records of Andegast in the Academy.
Did you know the seer?
No. But people told many stories about him. Rumors, you know?
What rumors?
That he had been born blind. yet touched by Satinav. Or cursed. He saw the future of others, but it was always death, mischief, and bad luck. Never any good or favourable things. Others claimed he was a warlock, driven by the desire to make his prophecies come true.
The seer once prophesied misfortune for me too. Is he trying to make that true also?
I am sure he has other goals. His own goals.
I don't know how long I'll be able to protect Nuri.
The burden you are carrying doesn't belong on your shoulders alone, Geron.
What do you mean?
Considering what he plans to do to Nuri, I will do everything in my power to help you.
Satinav. Satinav. The Raven mentioned the name once. Can you tell me more about Satinav?
You mean the steersman of the Barge of Time? The Irresistible? Satinav was a mighty demigod who descended to the underworld to conquer the Barge of Time. But the gods punished him for his sacrilege. Now he's chained to the helm of the barge for all eternity and watches the stream of time. He and he alone can see the past and the future, but not even he can change either of them.
Is that why we see the damage the ravages of Satinav cause everywhere?
Yes. Yet the damage they cause is not the same in every world.
Is there really no way to change the future?
Future? Past? What do those words mean? Tomorrow becomes yesterday quite fast, doesn't it?
The seer has seen the future. Mine too.
Don't believe what every blind man claims to have seen.
Why Nuri? There must be other fairies somewhere.
A good question. What do you know about Nuri and her homeworld?
Nuri never told me anything about her background.
Perhaps she was scared.
Of her home.
Or her past. The magic of the fairies can turn whole worlds upside down.
You mean Nuri's world might have changed since she's been here?
Well, that's why she came here in the first place.
Nuri can't use magic, or she'll either die or lose her soul.
I see.
We hoped you could help us.
I'm afraid I'd have to know more about the world she came from.
Do you know where Nuri comes from?
I was never able to explore the world behind the stone oak forest portal before I sealed it. But I have a theory. Nuri's home world might be the fairyland Narutvana.
Narutvana?
A colourful place. A land of bliss.
That doesn't sound too bad, does it? I wonder why she refuses to go back there. My head is buzzing. If Nuri falls into the hands of the seer, she'll be doomed.
He'll force her to unleash dark fairy magic on Andергаст.
But to what end?
He is a seer. It has to be related to the future. After all the things he did in the past, we have to expect the worst. Your mentor only saw one way to prevent it all from happening.
I cannot kill Nuri, not even if our world will be saved from doom by doing it.
Geron, I'll never allow even one hair on Nuri Daranelavander's head to be touched.
I am prepared to do whatever it takes.
So why don't we take her back to her world?
Nuri doesn't want to go back to her world.
But that's the only way. No matter what she fears, you'll have to take her back there. Otherwise, she'll die.
But haven't you sealed the gate to Nuri's world forever?
And it can never be reopened again. That's right, but there might be a second portal to Narutvana. It is said to be located in the Swamps of Lament, deep in the no-man's land of the Brinask Marshes.
Where exactly can I find this fairy gate?
There's a colleague of mine staying in Enqui. Meander Goswin. He has in his possession the crystal of Narutvana. It's a magic prism that points the way to the fairy gate. And it opens the gate as well. Or so I hope. In the meantime, I'll go to Andергast to research the whereabouts of the magic harp in the academy there. And who knows? Perhaps we'll find a way of rendering the harp harmless.
So it shall be.
Here, take these notes for your voyage. You will find Goswin's address, and all my knowledge concerning the fairy gate and the realm behind it.
I'm ready. Enqui, Meander Goswin, fairy prism, swamps of lament, and soon Nuri will be home.
Wait. They say a mighty, very dangerous creature guards the fairy gate.
What kind of a creature, pray tell?
Its eye is said to petrify all living beings, just like a basilisk.
I was expecting as much. There's always a catch. How can I get past the guardian of the gate?
No one has ever returned to give an answer to that question. Cheer up. Your namesake, St. Geron, once fought against the Basilisk King.
He was the mightiest hero of all time, and he possessed the divine sword Seven-Stroke.
There's a hero inside everyone.
Are there any other fairy gates? Ones that aren't as far away?
Those gates lead to different worlds in which Nuri would have to die. We cannot take that risk.
Why don't you go to Enqui and I'll research the harp in Andергаст?
The magicians weren't exactly my friends back then, but do you honestly believe they'd let someone like you into the academy?
All right, forget it.
Now our ways must part, Geron. Protect Nuri's life for all it's worth. Take her back home where she can be happy.
You have my thanks for everything. Wish me luck.
You will find your way. We'll meet again in Andергаст.
Nuri, are you there? Oh!
You. It's you.
He doesn't tell us where she is.
I don't know. I'm not telling.
Let's make him wait in darkness till the bird arrives. The raven shall deal with him.
The raven?
He will make him talk. I'll get him. You watch the mill.
The raven belongs to the seer?
As soon as the sand runs out, the night herd will talk.
And his thread will break.
Oh! Nuri!
Geron, are you alright?
Those creatures. I'm trapped.
There's a shard lying here. It's very sharp.
Great.
I'll throw it down to you.
No, wait,
Do you have it?
No.
You should have caught it.
Nuri.
Who knows where it is now?
I can't see anything.
That's because there are no rainbow crystals here.
Can you come down to me?
There is no staircase, and there's this pale man outside.
Didn't you say you can collect moonlight?
I get sick if I use magic.
I know, but if I can't free myself fast, I'll be dead.
But just very briefly, all right?
I promise. I'll never be able to reach it like that. Can you fix the scales? There. There's a hole way back there.
You said very briefly.
Do you see that drum-like thing down there? Can you fix that for me? Nuri.
Garen, there's a beetle with 8 legs here.
That's just a spider.
Spiders have 12 legs.
Nuri, please, you have to focus now.
Okay.
Go to the hole in the middle.
Okay. Imp!
Can you fix it? Nuri. Ha! Now all I have to do is free my hands. Come over here. Ha! Got it.
Garen, I feel dizzy.
Just a little while longer, Nuri. I'm free. Now we have to deal with the creature somehow. That might actually work.
It's getting dark here.
Just a little while longer, Nuri. It's still sagging on the other side. There. Now the beast can come.
What if it can see in the dark?
I should camouflage the trap. All right. This has got to work. Nuri, now you can... Nuri? Damn. Nuri! Wake up! We have to go!
What? Where am I? Garen?
Climb down to me, will you?
I'm so tired. Let me rest a little while longer.
That's not possible. We have to go.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot stay here.
Garen, I don't want this anymore.
It's not a matter of wanting. We have to get away from here or something terrible will happen.
I can't. Just leave without me.
I've talked to the fairy scholar. I know how we can fix everything.
Really?
The scholar told me of a fairy gate up north at the end of the world. It leads to a magnificent realm far away from the seer. You'd be safe there.
What's the name of that realm?
Fanglari. Its name is Fanglari, and he told me where we can find the portal to get there too.
Fanglari?
Yes, but in order to get there you have to come down at once.
I can't.
It's just a small jump. Look, I'll catch you.
Build some stairs for me.
Some stairs? How am I supposed to build some stairs? All right, I'll think of something. Look, a stair. Come on now.
I don't know. I just want to sleep.
Nuri!
Tell me more about Fanglari. Is it beautiful there?
Fanglari is a realm full of magic. The sky is as green as the fields in spring, and the stars sparkle even in daytime.
I've never seen a green sky before.
And if you don't come down here soon, you never will.
What else is there?
Everyone's as free as a bird in Fanglari. Everybody can fly, even a human like me.
We could soar through the skies together, you and I.
There are even rainbow beavers, but only in summer. In autumn, they migrate south to a different realm. If you want to see them this season, we'll have to hurry.
That sounds odd. What else is there?
The most incredible thing is, every fairy can do magic in Fanglari, without any pain.
One wouldn't get exhausted? It really sounds like a different realm.
Everything's brimming with fairy magic in Fanglari. That's why you don't lose your strength, because you use the power already in the wind or the sea. You're one with the whole world.
That sounds marvellous. I want that.
Come down. I'll show you the way to Fanglari then.
I'll try, but I'll need a second stair.
All right, but then you'll come down for real, won't you?
I promise.
You're almost there.
What about Master Raven? We have to wait for him.
The Raven is dangerous. He's the seer's spy. We have to get out of here before he returns.
That's not true. Master Raven has always helped us.
Trust me, would I ever lie to you?
It's just that you never liked him.
You have to come with me, now.
Geron's words gave Nuri new strength. She wanted to know everything the fairy scholar had told him about the hidden realm. Where was it? Was it beyond the mountains? Was it beyond the swamplands? Why was it so secret? She imagined a land without time, without memories, and without future. A boundless land without a horizon. Geron's lie took shape, and in Nuri's head, the enchanted realm of Fanglari became real. Meanwhile, the river took the small vessel northward, towards the smuggler's town, towards the stinking swamps of the Brinask marshes. Even Nuri didn't like it here. She had accepted that she had to leave Geron's world as long as the seer was trying to find her here. This made her sad again. But perhaps she could take Geron with her.
Why not?
Because it's impossible, Nuri. I have to go back to Andергast. Goswin, Meander Goswin?
What is so important in Andергаст?
It is my home. Please open up. I'm sure this is the house Norta described to us.
Perhaps there's no one home.
There has to be someone. We need that prism thing. The fairy scholar said it's the key to Fanglari.
Are you looking for Meander Goswin? In that case, you're wasting your time.
How do you mean, sir?
Don't be so formal. Nobody here gives a hoot about that formality crap. They dragged Goswin from the Svelte, dead, about a year ago.
Who are you, anyway?
My name is Jar.
I am Geron, and this?
Is Nuri. And this is the first time in Inqui for both of you.
How?
How do I know that? I'm a good listener. I am the ear of the alleys, and their whispering conscience.
Impressive.
I can provide you with one or two other items, too.
Goswin was in possession of a prism. Do you know anything about it?
A prism? Without me hearing the tingle of coins in my pocket, all I can tell you is that he had one. What do you know about it?
Well, not much, really.
You're cautious, eh? And damned right you should be.
Who did that to Goswin?
He himself did, of course, like so many other townspeople.
And what's really behind that?
Oh, it's easy to make the most diverse of enemies in Inqui. Smugglers, whale hunters, Thorwalians. You can ask over there at the bathhouse if you want to know more. If you're lucky, the bathwoman will spill the beans for free.
See you later.
Watch your back.
Who throws out a valuable hand mirror like that? Ah, it's cracked. But I didn't even say anything. Hello. Hey. He's in a different world. Maybe for the better. You'd better not have any more. Knotted tightly.
I look the other way in exchange for one favor or another.
Do what you want, floppy hat.
Your life, not mine.
Let's go in.
Wait. You'd better wait outside, Nuri.
Why?
I'll have a look to see if the coast is clear first.
All right. You ask for the prism. I'll ask the dreamy man about Fanglari.
Hurry up, will you? I have to deliver a message.
First, dear Minka will deal with nasty wound.
Arokin will kill me. I have to go now. I'll come back.
You stay put, child. The wound might get infected otherwise. Message can wait.
Wait! I plan to be in the shark's tooth with my new bow by now.
With bad wound, you cannot make love, child.
Now he'll be sitting there in the trough, getting all jittery.
Take your little thieving fingers off, young man. We'll take some more time, child. But you go ahead and undress.
I don't even want a bath. I just have some questions.
Questions? Nosiness can be dangerous around here. But you must know what's best for you.
That's a nice bathhouse. How could you afford all this?
Through friendly gestures.
Friendly gestures?
Yes. End of story.
Did you know a Meander Goswin?
What business do you have with Goswin, child?
That's my business, but not to worry. I don't want any trouble.
Good. That's a good attitude, child. Has died, little brother. Dragged his body from the Svelte back then. Nasty thing to behold.
Who killed him?
Who speaks of murder? Watch your questions, child.
What was Goswin like?
Good man, Brother Meander. But in the end he went meshuggah, the Schlemmel. A taster he was.
A boozer.
I see.
Babbling about different worlds all the time, and the key, too. Prishim, he called it. Aye, who's to believe? Anyway, he's dead now. Boran knows why.
So you know about Goswin's prism. Where is it now?
No idea what you talk about.
But you said...
Listen, Minka wants to live a little while longer, so be quiet.
So Goswin's house is unoccupied now?
Goswin's house? The honest merchant Harm has gekoift house.
Harm bought it.
Ah. Who is this Harm?
Honest merchant Harm. He owns most of fishing town. Is real blessing for region.
What kind of figurine is that?
What? Oi, that is a frog. Out of stone. Gift from honest Harm.
It looks so real, as if it were hexed.
Aye, was expensive gift.
Where did she get her wound?
I don't ask questions. My work is to help.
And could you do that somewhat faster too?
Wounds need time.
I'll leave you to it then.
Good.
I have a few questions.
Just what I needed.
Where did you get that wound?
What business is that of yours?
I'm just asking.
Anyone who carries messages in Enqui lives a dangerous life.
Who mugged you?
Don't ask too many questions, babyface.
What do you have to deliver?
An important message. But if the bath woman takes much more time...
Minka is not taking time. Minka is thorough.
Who is this Araucan?
He's my employer. That's who he is. Now bugger off.
Will you hold still, child?
I don't like strangers who ask too many questions.
I was finished anyway.
Ahoy there, matey. Get into the Blackwater.
No thanks.
Afraid of water, are we?
Aren't you the messenger's boyfriend?
Whose boyfriend?
The woman who's being tended to right now.
Oh, yes, of course. Ryard is my name. I'm a seafarer.
Geron.
From Andергast, right? I can tell from the accent. Been there once. Rotten town. Lots of pigs' droppings. Unfriendly king, but a sweet maidservant. Oh, what rigging she had. Her name was, shit, I forgot. I only have eyes for,
The messenger.
Right you are.
What message does your girl have to deliver?
A message for Harm, the honest merchant. But it's my policy to stay out of these things. I don't want to walk the plank.
This Harm seems to be an important man.
He seems to be. He's doing business with Alwyn Aroken.
And what else?
Don't ask too many questions, ship's boy. All I want to do is bathe my salmon here.
Who is this Araucan?
The king of the Ghostlight Hill. He also has a stone figurine exhibit up there now. Animals made of stone. The damn critters look like they'll charge at you any moment. But it's closed right now.
See you later. Who's this Harm?
From his ship, he takes care of everybody.
His ship?
You deaf man!
So why don't you let me deliver the message?
Are you bonkers? I reckon we'll have me drowned in a svelt 3 times if he finds out.
He doesn't have to.
But he will. Believe me.
You should watch your sweetheart more carefully.
What?
He's messing around with a pretty girl.
A girl?
Don't you turn around now, unruly child.
I don't believe you anyway. I can trust him. I know that.
And Garen will be coming to Fanglari with me. The only thing he doesn't know yet is if... There he is!
Say, Nuri? There's someone in the bathhouse taking a bath all by himself. Perhaps you could chat with him a little while.
Is the coast clear now?
Yes.
And suddenly everything went dark.
Nuri!
There was no laughter anymore, and no colours.
Who said that you should jump into the bathtub with him?
But I can't remember why. I forgot everything.
It's all foggy. I can't see anything. Spick and span. Since when did I start looking so tired around the eyes? Here, you can watch your sweetheart through the mirror.
Oi, give it to me! What's that tart doing there? I dare him to try anything with his made-up doll. Now he's in for some trouble.
Will you hold still, child?
And will you hurry up already?
The message for this Harm guy.
I'll kill him!
But don't let them catch you, child.
Say, Nuri? That's enough now. Come out of the tub now.
Take care, Bathmaster.
Do you really have to leave so early, Honey Pie?
I dare you to look now.
And suddenly everything went dark. There was no laughter anymore, and no colours. But I can't remember why. I forgot everything.
Do you need anything?
What's going on with the guy back there?
That boozer? Orcan fever dream spirit. The best stuff to forget it all.
Who's Merchant Harm?
Yes, the beloved, honest Merchant Harm. His dealings always have two sides to them. On the one side, there are the beneficiaries. On the other side, there are the dead bodies.
And what exactly does he do?
At some point, he started selling strange stone figurines to Alwyn Aroken, the king of the underworld. Made a fortune doing that. Ever since, he's been involved with smuggling, too. But nobody knows exactly what he wants, because he never leaves his ship.
Where can I find Harm?
You've got big plans, my friend, haven't you?
That's none of your affair.
Of course. His ship, Thurbunera, is moored in the harbour.
I always wanted to do that. Good thing Nuri isn't here. Too bad it's not a keg. I have disturbing dreams even without this booze, but maybe I can use it as a bargaining token. Are you the ferryman?
Uh-huh.
Do you travel the swamp as well? What's with the mumbling? Can't you speak properly? Oh, I see. I am sorry. So, any luck yet? Can you give me one of your fish? Just one fish, that's all. Can I borrow your fishing rod? Take me and my companion to the swamp. Yes, there's two of us. I see. 2 kreutzers. 2 farthings. You mean thalers? Why, that's too much. I don't have that much. Isn't there anything else I could pay the passage with? Very well, what is it? Shall I arrange a bath for you? Or any item? Some food? Drink? Booze? So, booze it is. That wasn't easy. See you. Will you take me and my companion through the swamp for this booze? Wait for us here.
Hey. Slow down, Sonny. What's your business here?
I have to speak to Harm.
Speak to Harm is what the weed wants. Well. And why, pray tell?
I bring a message from Arauken.
You? Show me. Well. I've never seen you here before. Are you new?
Yes, that's right. Now let me pass.
The watchwords first.
Watchwords?
Yep. What is the profession of the Honourable Master Arm? Which animal does the Honourable Master Arm like best? What wine does the Honourable Master Arm like best? Well, spill. What is Arm's profession?
Harm is an honest merchant.
Very well. Next question. Which animal does a generous Master Arm like best?
Harm really likes whales.
Buzz off, you weed. Tell a rocket he shouldn't send another greenhorn like you.
Do you need anything?
Let's go back to Harm. What's Harm's profession?
Well, the people are shouting it all through the alleys. He is an honest merchant.
Do you know which animals Harm likes best?
Which animals? That's rich. Harm doesn't like anything besides himself and his dear money.
Which wine does Harm like best?
How should I know? Red Gurren, perhaps.
Say, Nuri, can you try to coax a fish out of the ferryman for me?
Yes, if you're craving fish. Where is he?
Right on the wharf. Did he give you a fish?
Yes, sure. There you go. We chatted for a while too.
About what, pray tell?
Oh, this and that.
Hey. Slow down, Sonny.
Harm has to receive the message at once.
Profession, favourite animal, why? Well, spill. What is Harm's profession?
Harm is an honest merchant.
Very well. Next question. Which animal does a generous master arm like best?
Harm loves money.
Yes. And what's that in the smuggler's banter? Can't a Rockin even brief his messengers sufficiently? Buzz off, snotface, and learn how to talk like an honourable smuggler.
Interested?
What? Where did you get that?
Do you know it, perchance?
He's asking if I... Why, of course I do. It was stolen from me. Give it to me.
I'll think of something I want in return first.
Very well. You seem to have already learned how things work around here.
You teach me smuggler's banter, and I'll give you the newt.
Deal. Show me. Excellent. That's excellent.
Yes, it's really nice. And now for the smuggler's banter.
All right. I've got a piece of paper here with the most important expressions written on it. All you have to do is interpret them the right way.
If this is just a worthless shred of paper...
What then? Come on, take it.
Hey. Slow down, Sonny.
Harm has to receive the message at once.
Profession, favourite animal, why? Well, spill. What is Harm's profession?
Harm is an honest merchant.
Very well. Next question. Which animal does a generous master arm like best?
Harm loves moths. Lots of moths.
Yes, exactly. Last question. What wine does the Honourable Master Arm like best?
Frog's wine. Harm doesn't drink anything but frog's wine.
Yep. Clear frog's wine, clear mind.
So will you let me pass already? The message is of great importance.
Yep. But first I'll have to frisk you for weapons. You'll get 'em back when you come out. Now empty out your pockets. There's a messenger, Honourable Master Arm. He has a message from a Rockin for you.
Let him enter.
Watch your words, Weed.
So a Rockin sent you. Come closer, I want to see what you're doing. You stink. You stink as if you had camped out in the wild for weeks.
I can't afford the bathhouse, Honourable Merchant.
Ye gods, how cute are the common folk. What are you staring at? Has your mackerel's brain slipped into your guts? Or is something wrong with my skin?
Your neck, Master Harm. Perhaps you should do something about those nasty streaks.
Is that so? Well, at least you have some spine, as opposed to all the other muck-eaters in this forsaken swamp. Don't worry, my ailment, although fatal, is not contagious. What's your name?
Geron.
Why don't you wear your anchor, Geron?
What anchor?
Great. A Rorcan has sent me an idiot. We had agreed that all our messengers should wear anchors.
I don't know about that.
All right. Give me the message. Ha! The whale hunters plan to attack this very night? Haven't they learned that it's best to leave a dying wolf alone? But let them come. The prism is mine alone. Geron, how come I've never seen you in Araucan's camp?
Araucan just hired me today. This here is my first job.
In that case, I'll tell you the rules of the game now. Do you see that crossbow behind me? One wrong move, and it will be the last thing you see. One thoughtless word, and your throat will be decorated with a bolt. You try to steal from me, and you'll be knocking on the gates of hell, begging admittance. My hand may tremble, but at this range I can shoot the mites on your head between the eyes. Believe me, Greenhorn, life is too short to spend it playing with fire. And fortune is a wayward bitch.
Is it a bad message?
What business is that of yours?
Is there anything else I could do?
Stay nearby until I've written my answer to Aroken. When you step through that door, my guard will frisk you. So keep your filthy hands off my treasures. Oh yes, take this anchor. Its previous owner had a loose tongue. He doesn't need it now.
Those unusual stone figurines you're selling, who makes them?
An unusual friend.
I see. Why do the whale hunters want to steal this prism from you?
It is the key to a different world. A world of light. A world of healing. That's all you need to know.
Don't you have a remedy for the rash?
Cod liver oil. The latest magical cure from the quacks. Desperate hope must be the daily bread for those who are about to die, I guess. Make yourself useful and get a bottle from the sideboard for me.
If you need anything, just holler. Your cod liver oil.
Thanks.
Shall I open the window? The air will do your skin good.
Do whatever you have to do. Great, raucous Thorwalians. I hate the North.
Why can't Nuri be a blossom fairy? If she were, she could fly in and steal something.
Have you had too much fever dream, Spirit?
At least I'm not the one standing in the rain the whole day.
Ah! Can't you at least do this without the powder? It itches the wound like I'm suffering from Zorgenpox.
Oi, oi, child. Powder helps start healing. Bandage, let take effect. Change is remedy by Minka's old nun.
But it burns!
Well?
Can you give me some of your powder?
You injured, child? No, you don't look too abused. My little powder is for injured only.
Can I at least have some of the used bandages?
By no means! Who knows what he's going to do with them? He might end up taking them to a druid who could curse me with them.
I don't even know any druids.
Better to be safe than sorry.
That's why old Minker always throws old bandages in sea.
That stuff is really making me itchy. Say, Nuri, why don't you go to the lifeboat on the big ship?
Do you want to swing with me?
No, I just want you to sit in the lifeboat.
I'll get you to swing with me eventually.
Let's see what healing powers this itching powder really has. Your cod liver oil.
Thanks. What's this? It's getting worse again. Can't stand it. Damn swamp.
Much better. The fishbone doesn't stink that bad either. Nuri fishes for the key with the anchor and replaces the key with the fishbone. Should be easy. You have to help me. Do you see the hole in the window there?
I'll fix it.
No. Take this anchor. There's a key in the cabin. It looks like this fishbone. You have to fish for it through the hole with the anchor, and then replace the key with the fishbone. At the same time, I'll distract the merchant. Can you do that?
Of course I can. I'm a fairy.
Good, because if anything goes wrong, I'm dead. Honourable Master Harm?
Yes?
May I ask you a question, Honourable Master Merchant?
If you must.
Where did you get all these peculiar treasures?
Kunkom, Talusa, Mengbilla, Alanfa. I used to be a globe-trotter before my ailment chained me to this miserable sulphurous swamp.
Were you a pirate?
I was a good man, but now all that's left is fear of death. Anything else?
Yes. Did you kill Meander Goswin?
Not with my own hands. Did you know him? Was he your father, perchance? Is this about revenge?
No.
The old man was a boozer. He became a danger to our mission. Boron knows he wouldn't have lasted one more year anyway. Is that all?
One last question. What ailment are you suffering from?
I'm dying. The quacks won't tell me. They sell me remedies that would make the skin fall off a cat. But they're not fooling me. You can hear death when he's approaching. Time's running out for the Honourable Effendi Harm. And now leave me alone.
Say, Nuri, so, do you have the key?
Yes, here it is. What's your plan now?
I'll have to get past the baldy with the key on me.
Why don't you just carry it in your mouth?
What?
Hide the key under your tongue. Nobody will look there.
Yes, why not? You can get out again.
All right. That was boring anyway.
If I fill the jingle bells with wax, they won't jingle anymore. Easy now. The prism. Got it, but how can I get it past the guard? The prism fits perfectly.
What?
Now the boozers have started to throw bottles.
Oh, how I'm fed up with the North.
I'd rather not. Fex be thanked. Ferryman?
Huh?
Come on, Yuri. We're leaving.
But how are we going to find our way?
We'll just follow the light of the crystal.
Why hasn't the ferryman taken us any further?
The ferryman was spooked by the surroundings.
Is it spooky around here?
Are you frightened?
No, not as long as you're here. Is this the end of your world already?
Yes, we'll be there soon.
So how come it's so dark here? You said Fanglari is a beautiful place. And shouldn't we see the green sky on the horizon by now?
Fanglari would be too easy to find if everybody could see it from afar.
I guess you're right. Oh, Garen. It all sounds so marvelous, as if soon all my dreams will come true. Tell me, isn't there a princess in Fanglari? Do you know if she's happy?
There's no princess more happy than the one in Fanglari. She lives in a tower of almond wood together with the king of the chestnuts. And every night, the animals of the forest sing a lullaby for her that can be heard even beyond the hills of the Ebony Mountains.
And does she ever leave her tower?
The princess of Fanglari loves to travel. That's why there are doors leading everywhere throughout the tower. The clothes trunk leads to the desert, and there's a window to a lonesome island in the attic. Don't you believe me?
I believe you. Garen? Ever since I left the fairy world behind, I've always dreamt of a land like Fanglari. Soon it will come true, and it sounds even more beautiful than I ever imagined.
Just you wait until we get there.
That's not it. I want to give you something.
Your necklace? But...
I'll be in Fanglari soon, and then I'll be able to use magic without limitations. Until then, I want you to wear it for me.
But how will you be able to use magic without the fairy water?
You do the magic.
Me?
I'm giving my magic to you. Then you'll be able to fix all the things you've smashed before.
I don't know if I...
Take it already. Wonderful. An endless night at the end of the world. How fitting.
Fitting for what?
Why, for our bond of love.
Nuri, I have to... Well, it's that...
Wait, I'll loosen your tongue. What did you want to tell me?
Well, I'll tell you tomorrow.
Raven!
Shh! Poor Geron. You'll wake him up.
Where have you been all this time?
I went to get an overview. And you?
We're going to Fanglari. I'll finally be able to use magic again. There are rainbow beavers there, and I'll be safe from the seer. And we'll take you along too.
To Fanglari?
It's beautiful there. The skies are green and time is eternal.
Well, well. Green skies, you say?
Good morning, Nuri. Awake already? About last night.
Let's not talk about it.
All right. I think it's best to use the rowboat to follow the light of the prism. And then we'll be at the gate to Fanglari soon. All we need is a paddle. But I'll take care of that. I've taken care of everything else so far, haven't I? Right. That's how you make a paddle. If I have your magic talent now, I'll just wish the holes away. It worked!
You see?
Marvellous. All that's missing is a paddle. Fanglari, here we come. If the boat floats away, I will have no choice. I'll have to follow Nuri to Fanglari in that case. I mean, to her world. Ouch! That stuff stings. Nameless weed. There's always a way. Nuri! I'll go first.
No, I'll go first. If I'm turned to stone, don't follow me.
If you're turned to stone, you won't be able to warn me either.
What kind of light is this?
Nuri, don't come closer.
What's that?
Stop! Are you crazy? It almost saw you. You stay behind this rock, understand? I'll think of something so we can get past this creature.
A peacock?
Just a statue.
We shouldn't be here.
A herald from Fanglari. He's welcoming us.
How do you know? Are there more of them where we're going? Oh!
Did you do that?
A glowing peacock. This glowing peacock used to be directed at the cave's entrance.
It must have been here a very long time if a rock has emerged in front of its beak. Nuri, touch the statue again.
So beautiful.
The light reflections seem to catch the monster's attention. Whatever she hoped would be waiting on the other side, she was willing to risk her life for it. She obviously thought she could outwit the creature with the mirror. It's all hollow, like a smokestack made of stone. At least we don't have to fear that monster anymore. The head of the plant is directed precisely towards the eye through the moor. I must have completely lost my mind. I can repeat that till I drop now. Ah! There we go. Come quick, Nuri. We've made it. Nuri!
Long time no see, Gheron.
You're too late. The fairy gate is open. Nuri will return home and you'll never see her again.
Such great wisdom. So much anticipation. I think I have to admit defeat.
Why do you work for the seer? You are the seer, am I right?
I'm impressed with how far you've gotten. It never ceases to amaze me how dreams become real, how the threads of fate interweave and a new veil is sewn into time. I stand on a shore and a shadow approaches. The shadow becomes a mast. The mast becomes a ship. And then I can see it, the barge of time. And chained to the helm, overlooking everything, is Satinav, the 13-horned giant.
This harp. Nuri, what is all that for? What do you want?
I don't want to die. But you, Night Hare, you will bring doom to us all.
Enough of that. You can't know everything.
That is correct. But do you know what you're doing? Are you prepared to damn your love for all eternity? To send her back home where there is nothing for her but loneliness and grief? Why?
Nuri has to go back to her world. It's the only way. And I will go with her to protect her.
How noble of you. Did she ever tell you about her world? About the madness of the Queen? The fear and stagnation? The slow death of a once flowering realm? Do you really want to do that to her?
I'm fed up with your tricks once and for all. Nuri, come quick. Fanglari's waiting.
Why don't you listen to me? Why don't you listen to him? You have thrown my warnings to the wind.
Nuri, the raven is the seer.
I'm fed up with your lies. You want to see the darkness I've descended from?
Nuri,
Then have a look.
The end. We have averted it. Come, little fairy. Don't be irate anymore.
Where are we going now?
I'll take you to the harp. You'll finally be able to use magic again there.
Are you really the Birdman?
Yes, I am. You spell doom.
Damn this cursed raven. This is exactly what wasn't supposed to happen. I always bring bad luck for everyone. What now? Nuri! I have to go back. I have to get out of here.
There's no way out. The gate is closed.
Who is this?
And the other gate is out of bounds. Oh, there's no other way. Everything but everything is prohibited.
Who or what are you, by fex?
I'm a bringer of doom. Oh, I'm so ashamed.
What? What are you talking about?
I've caused harm to so many people, staring here and ogling there. But what else was I supposed to do as the keeper of the gate?
You are the keeper of the fairy gate? You almost killed us with your gaze.
But I didn't want to do that. It's just that I'm so terribly nosy. I want so to see because everything looks so nice with all the light and the colours.
This can't be true. What other gate? You mentioned another gate?
A different gate, yes. But the way there is forbidden.
Where is this gate? Tell me.
It is in the dream chambers. But nobody except the Queen may enter them. She forbade it.
Why has the Queen forbidden access to the other gate?
No, I'm not saying anything more. Keep the eyes shut and it all stays dark.
Whatever this is, it's not the way back. I'll have to find the portal in the dream chambers. However this might have worked once, I've destroyed it, I'm afraid. Why is this well icy in this heat?
Because it's winter, of course.
Ah.
Aren't you peculiar?
Hey! Anyone? Can somebody tell me how to get out of here? Lost? There's always a way. It's whispering something. I think she's looking for her daughter.
Hey, you! Who are you? What's your business here? Where do you come from? Talk.
My name is...
No, I'd better take you to the Queen immediately. Come along.
No, I...
Don't give me that. Get moving. Your Highness, my Queen, free spirit reigning over free spirits. I found this stranger in the Great Hall. Immediately I brought him to your Highness, for you alone know what to do.
The boy with the night hair? It's all well, guard. He has done good.
Night hair? Why are you calling me that?
The Birdman anticipated the arrival of the night-haired, but the all-knowing did not reveal to us what fate the young one would bring to Nirutfana.
The Birdman.
Silence! We did not allow him to speak. Why did the almighty Birdman look out for him? He might bring doom, but maybe he brings a new beginning too. What, pray tell, shall we do with him? Imprison him? Banish him? Have him killed? Or grant friendly hospitality? Until we're able to interpret the dreams of the all-wise?
In that case, I'll agree to be your guest. I'd be allowed to wander about on my own, right?
Yes. He should consider this a generous gift. The night-haired would have access to many places, and he could discover a plethora of things. But he might take advantage and use his knowledge to flee in the end, or use it to spy on us. And then he'd be able to spell the foretold doom for our realm.
I'm not a spy. All I want is to get away from here.
We knew it. He doesn't like our realm, although everything is in order here. Everything is subject to our will.
No, I didn't mean that. This just isn't the place I should be right now.
In that case, he shan't be our guest either.
Then let me go already, Your Majesty, back to my world.
Impossible! The gate only leads into Nerutfina, never back.
But the eye creature said there is a second portal in the dream chambers.
Did it now? The Oculunculus has got some nerve, rarely controlling its curiosity. It betrays us with its loquaciousness. And he, Nighthair, dares to ask of the forbidden chambers?
Your Majesty, I just want to...
Silent he shall be. What shall happen with the Nighthair? My dreams are hazy. How shall I decide? An impossible task. Unless... Why not? He shall solve this problem for himself. Yes! Hear ye our decision. The challenge fate has imposed upon him shall be decided through 3 impossible tasks. If he can overcome them, we shall grant him access to the dream chambers.
Impossible tasks? What does that...
Silence! If it really is his fate to leave Nerutfina, he will be able to do the impossible. Fate never fails.
Very well then. What tasks are those?
The 3 tasks are, he shall bring us an apple from the garden. He shall build a life-size statue of us in all 6 colours of the rainbow right here. He shall make the statue of the blind birdman look at us. As soon as all those tasks are met, he may access the dream chambers. He may now consider his fate.
The big head over there, is that the Birdman?
It was a holy honor in our time. The Weaver of Fate had come to our world to reveal himself to us. The statue was built soon after his arrival. The Queen had all other statues removed so that this would be the only one. At certain times, the head is even accessible. But at the moment, a painting is being finished inside. There's paint all over the place now.
Tell me more about your god.
The master of all fairies and all that exists. He is the master of fate. His benevolence is triggered by the untethered spirit. He is the ruler over space and form. Both all that exists and may yet come to be appeals to him. For freedom means anything can occur.
A fairy told me that the Birdman has colourful plumage and that his flute playing fills hearts with longing for faraway places.
In that case, she is a heretic.
Where is the Birdman now?
A few winters ago, he summoned his priests and had to leave our world with them. But our queen keeps interpreting the visions of the Birdman so that we can face a brilliant future.
A few winters ago?
Indeed.
What visions are you talking about?
They warn us of the future. The Birdman gave them to us, together with the playing of the harp.
The harp?
Silence! I've said too much already.
What exactly is in the dream chambers?
The Weaver of Dreams. Her music helps us fairies lead a free life.
Free of what?
Of sorrow and fears. The Queen alone may visit the Weaver of Dreams nowadays.
Is there another way to the dream chambers? Another way apart from the one past the Queen?
Only she has the key for the plinth of the path to the dream chambers. And now be quiet, or we might get taken to the end of the mist.
What is the end of the mist?
The place where they are banished. My friends, my brothers, if they ignore new laws the Queen passes, death is mercy, but the end of the mist is judgment.
Why did the Queen pass new laws?
So that the dark future the Birdman revealed to us won't come true, our wise Queen has passed laws that ensure the safety and purity of our realm. And going against those laws is punishable either by death or by banishment.
What are the new laws your Queen has passed?
Laws that save us from the eternal night. They have been whispered into seashells and distributed through all of Nerutfina.
Hello. Can you talk?
What? I've never heard this voice here before.
My name is Gheron. I haven't been here for long.
Not for long, eh? In that case, you are forgiven. Of course I can talk. I am a peacock. The clock peacock, to be precise. Pavarius is my name.
So you are the one calling out the hours?
No. My magnificent plumage denotes them.
I see.
Yes. Did you want anything in particular?
Don't you have any eyes?
Not anymore. I lost them during my training. Well, we all have to make sacrifices in our time, but especially for time itself.
Don't you miss your eyes?
No, I still have ears.
So you always know what time it is. And how do you do that?
I get my bearings from the wind, of course. The wind always blows from the direction of the sun. Like everyone knows, it rises in the west in the winter and the east in summer.
How exactly can you distinguish where the wind is blowing from?
Well, it would seem like a mystery to someone who didn't undergo the training, wouldn't it? I can tell by the way the hermit sighs.
Who?
He's sitting right above us. You'll know him by his big nose.
Why does the hermit sigh all the time?
The wind doesn't bring any good sense anymore. That's disappointing. But basically for the better. He got distracted too easily. Wherever there was a nice scent, he had to turn his nose to it. That messed up time quite a bit.
How can you tell if it's summer or winter? Do you count the days?
That wouldn't help much. Summer and winter alternate in a very uneven pattern. No, I get my orientation from the water. If I can hear it flowing, it must be summer.
Do you always have to stay awake as clock peacock?
Oh, not at all. I take some rest during winter time, in the hour around midnight.
You have magnificent plumage.
Haven't I? That's what my friend the oculunculus always said too.
The eye creature?
Yes, we used to be friends, but he hasn't visited me since his last birthday.
How long ago was the birthday of your eye creature friend?
Oh, quite a while. But it was a beautiful celebration. He always said, you need 3 things for a good birthday celebration. First, players who provide music with their shiny flutes and glittering harps. Second, well, what was it now? I forgot the other 2. But all that is a thing of the past anyway. The seashells of law forbid it. Although Oculunculus really loved festivities.
I better not keep you any longer. The seashell is whispering something. From now on, game and dance, music and magic will be banned throughout the realm. The pictures in the gallery may never again be touched, and the garden is off limits to all as well. Possession of raisins is forbidden. Doves that died of thirst do not a tasty meal make for anyone in their right mind. Anyone who disobeys the laws will be banished to the end of the mist. Why is there a thread hanging there? That's a bowstring. Misusing weaponry for art. That's an idea only a fairy would have. Can you help me, mirror? Fairy mirrors could always speak in Gwynnling stories. If it were a good deal smaller, it would make a perfect arrow for my bow. Hello, fishy. Seems to be just a regular statue. Amazing. A stairway or a rainbow or both. What the... Nuri? Nuri! That's just a magic trick. I have to get out of here. Finally, the target practice with Gwynnling is paying off. Here we go then. Fex be with me. Ha! I guess I could steal some honey with this, but I'm too far away. This is completely crazy, but a good birdcatcher adapts to the circumstances. I'm sure I'd be breaking some law. Your Majesty, I have the apple for you.
Indeed, Night Hare. This task seems to be fulfilled.
And who are you? Looks like this creature cannot speak. Thank the gods for that. How in the name of the unknown can I make a blind statue see? I can't paint without a brush. He didn't even notice. What do you want to do now?
Nothing. I just want to find a place where I can spend eternity in shame and grief. But how can I find it with my eye closed? Oh.
What would happen if you opened your eye?
No, never. As soon as I see my oglescope, everything will start all over again.
Your oglescope? Is that the contraption over there?
It was a birthday present from the Queen. Mum didn't want me to have it. Now she's gone. It says on the oglescope, whoever stares with all their curiosity's might will have the beholden petrified. And I'm extremely curious. Time runs so fast in the other world. There's so many things happening. But now I've had enough.
I know a place for you.
A place where I can stay?
Yes, follow me.
No, wait. What's it like?
It's dark there.
How dark, exactly?
It's as dark as an empty eye socket.
Wow, that's dark. All light would be for naught.
Exactly. Now, follow me.
But what then? What am I going to do there the whole time?
You can sleep and dream.
Dream? Forevermore? And what am I supposed to dream of?
Perhaps you'll dream of your birthday.
And presents too?
Loads of presents.
Yay! Sounds like my kind of dream. Please, take me there.
Let's go.
Oh, this is cosy. I'll stay here. And now I'll dream of or of.
How can a person fall asleep that fast? He's asleep. Tiny little eye. Open up the eye.
No. Did you remember my birthday?
Look here. Your birthday celebration. Congratulations.
Tell me about my celebration.
There are players. Their flutes are shiny and the harps glitter in the light.
Yay! Such bright music.
All the guests are dancing at your feast. They laugh and dance so that their faces light up very bright.
That's beautiful.
There's a big raisin cake. It looks like a giant molehill with butter crumbs.
Wow, so big. I love raisins. I'd love to see all that.
So why don't you open your eye? Your birthday's waiting for you.
Yes. I can't miss so much light and buttercrumbs. Yes. So where is my celebration? But wow, this sight, all this light. How could I ever live without that forevermore? I'll never close my eyes again, ever.
Well, thank fex for that. Red, yellow, green, blue, purple. Those are the rainbow colours. No, orange is missing. Your rainbow statue is finished.
Oh, how magnificent! Night Hare, he has mastered the task well.
Look out the window. Isn't the blind birdman looking at you?
He is indeed. We do not know how. The young one has achieved all these tasks. Thus, he has done the impossible thrice. Fate doesn't seem to question him. May he take the key to the dream chambers now, and may he leave our realm, if he so wishes.
Many thanks, Your Majesty.
You want to pass over to the other side, Night Hare?
Who?
Down into the marble forest?
As quickly as possible.
Zandurin, Amorindal, Amil, Amis.
What?
You have to stay, Night Hare.
What? No, I have to...
You have to stay, Night Hare.
A youngling? Oh, what times.
I am Geron from another world.
Why? Are you not my sister?
What? How do you mean?
Only my sister may enter the dream chambers.
Is the Queen your sister? She has granted me access to the dream chambers.
Is that so? Oh, what times.
What does the Queen do in the dream chambers?
She comes to wander the dreams that deal with the future. The magic of the harp is supposed to reveal things to her that are yet to come, but she's tormenting herself with those dreams. Oh, what times.
The harp makes one dream of the future?
The future, yes. Or the past. The Birdman shows us how it does this. Alas, It was never meant for that purpose, but to help the fairies overcome their dark dreams.
The Birdman, I see. I have to go back to my world, but this gate won't let me pass.
Yes, there's a shadow resting upon you, like on all of the rest. They are possessed by that which might be. Alas, it's the past they flee. They do not challenge their fears. Thus they are restless and won't find serenity in the here and now.
Please, I must go through the gate.
The gate tests us. It will not open for anyone who is driven by fear.
The harp chases off dark dreams? I have had a dream tormenting me for a long time, but I don't know what it means.
The pain the dark dreams cause stems from the fears that haunt you. The harp is a window to your soul. It will reveal your worst fears to you, or cause you to despair of them.
Has anyone gone through the gate lately?
The last one who passed through was my niece, the Queen's daughter. I had instructed her in the secrets of the harp, for one day she should have succeeded me.
I'd like to challenge my dream, with your permission.
The way into the chambers was open to you. So will the path to your dream be.
What do I have to do?
You have to enter your soul and find the shards of your dream.
What? Shards? Enter my soul?
I'll help you. The music will send you into a deep sleep, and it will become a part of your soul. If you manage to sort the shards out, your dream will clear up, as well as the fears that cause it.
This all sounds so complicated.
Are you prepared to enter your dreams?
I'm ready.
Then sit down and tell me of your dream. What do you remember?
I'm not sure.
Don't be shy. There are no mistakes. Tell me what is affecting you now, for those are the shards that need sorting out.
Very well then. There's a crowd of people that opens like a curtain before me. I keep hearing an unholy voice. A black feather is falling from the sky. There's a fire burning at a stake. A man with a wooden ring in his hands.
Now go and collect the shards of your dream. You can sort them out at the harp.
You killed us all. I'll sort everything out. I'll tidy everything up. It's not even hot. The sand isn't trickling anymore. Time is sleeping, and nobody is waking it up. It's not good if things are broken. Oh no. Nuri.
She's mine now, birdcatcher.
Nuri, what are you?
Child of peril. She hates you. She won't talk to you anymore. It's you. You spell doom.
I don't even know how to play anymore. Yes, that's how it was. Finally some quiet at last. Nuri,
Don't say anything. I know. I just want you to think of me here. This ring is for you. So that you don't forget me and you won't give up on me. Dio valendo, Garen.
Dia valendi, Nuri. Dia narindalin. Stop it.
Why did you kill us?
Stop it. Talk all you want, but I will save Nuri.
You. It's you. You spell doom. Corvus.
How do you feel, youngling? What did you learn?
I'm fine, actually. This prophecy, all that talk that I bring bad luck. It was all that cursed raven's fault.
I see you found an important truth, youngling.
Yes, but now I have to save Nuri. I know now how I can find out if the prophecy is true or not.
Indeed, you know the source of your bad luck, and you can challenge it. The gate won't question your intentions anymore.
You have my thanks.
Farewell, fairy friend.
Zandorin, Amorindal, Amil, Amis. You may go, Knight Hare.
The gods be thanked.
When Gheron arrived back home, a full moon had passed. He had come too late. A feverish delusion had overcome the land. The seer's messengers delivered dark dreams. Dreams of doom and peril. The seer had created his own realm of prophecy. A desperate realm. A realm of fear.
Where? Nuri's hideout. I'm back. But why is it snowing? It can't even be the beginning of Boron yet. Nuri will forgive me. One of the mandrakes has survived. Firmly attached. Knight Wrathling.
What? Who?
Don't you remember me? The farm in Thash Mountains last fall.
Oh yes, the pleasant boy with the beautiful girl. Time flies. Say, what happened to the girl?
She abandoned me.
Did you do her harm?
I lied to her.
That can happen. But the darkness looming over us these days shan't worry you anymore.
No, I must rectify my mistake.
You can't force love. You'd better save your own life now.
Why are you sitting here before the gates of the town?
I have failed in my quest. I have disappointed the king and my country. I was in the search of the seer. He's back and foisting his dark crows upon the land. The madness has a grip on us all.
Did you find the seer?
No, but I was closer to him than almost anyone before. The further I rode, the more often I was watched by eerie creatures. Their soulless gaze burned on my back and sucked the life from my bones. Thus weakened, I finally left my path to confront them in the dark. But they fought with unholy might. I could barely escape. They wanted to keep me as far away from their master as possible. I'm sure about that.
Tell me about the creatures who defeated you.
Soulless creatures they were. Cold, relentless, and final. Like Boron himself. I don't want to think about it anymore. They were not from this world.
What happened to Andергast?
Mischief reigned upon us. Swarms of crows ravaged the land until there was only dead earth left.
Are there even more now than there were last autumn?
Whole tempests of crows! Every night there are more and more. They say they bring the worst nightmares. Even in their houses, people aren't safe.
What does the king do about this threat?
When he learned who was behind the plague of crows, he sent the most stalwart knights and many of the townsfolk to seek out the seer and finish him off. But alas, none returned victorious from this quest, if they even returned at all. And now I have failed as well.
Where is the king?
He's barricaded himself in the castle. It would seem the seer will finally fulfill his wicked plan even after 13 years.
Do you know if a fairy scholar has reached Andергast? A noteworthy guy by the name of Giacomo Norta.
Never heard of him. You'd better ask at the Academy of Magic. They know these things better than I do.
You're sitting here because you failed?
I don't dare go back without having succeeded. It doesn't matter if I report or not. The doom for all can't be stopped now.
But to stall and give up doesn't help either.
Leave me! I have failed. I wouldn't have thought bearing that burden would weigh much heavier on me than giving my life for my country.
It must have slept through the beginning of winter. Olgid, what are you doing with the pitchfork there?
Go away. Leave me alone, nightmares.
Calm down, it's me, Geron.
Geron? You, of all people? When it's almost over?
What do you mean by the end?
I can't go on. I'll take my own life.
Don't be foolish.
The dreams, Geron. When I close my eyes, I see his grotesque face. He haunts me in my sleep. I am a murderer, Geron. And murderers have to die.
Why by all the gods do you want to kill yourself?
Because of Ulfrid. He's dead. I skewered him with the pitchfork.
Why did you kill Ulfrid?
Yes. You think it's my fault, don't you? It is my fault. I hear them scream. Murderer! Murderer!
There's nothing there, Olgid. Listen, why did you do it?
I had dreams that I'd have to die because of him. Because of him! He always stared at me. With those pig's eyes of his. He grunted he was hungry over and over again. I'm hungry! I knew he'd eat me neck and crop. He'd eat me if I didn't put the fork through his head.
Stop that nonsense. Give me the pitchfork. All will be well, believe me.
I should listen to you, of all people. Maybe this is all your fault. Why should I listen to you?
Trust me, it'll all sort itself out.
Oh, yeah?
Didn't you always say that bad luck will befall Andергast if I didn't leave?
Yes.
But I did leave. Now see what happened afterwards?
Yes, that's right.
Couldn't that mean that I will right things after my return? But you'd have to trust me first.
Do you really think?
Ulfrid's death wasn't your fault. It wasn't you who did it. Those crows hexed you.
Hexed me?
Yes. You wouldn't have caused Ulfrid any harm, would you? So there must have been a curse that wielded the pitchfork using your hands.
Do you really think?
Come on, give me the pitchfork.
Maybe you're right. Very well then. Take the pitchfork and clean it. What if I get nightmares again?
Then challenge your fear. Try to understand it. So, I'm back. Time to clean out. There's one dove's egg left. It's completely wedged in. empty drawer doesn't need a bottom. Gwynnling's remedy against the crow's curse. I need 1 mandrake, 1 yaruga, 2 ounces of thrashbeard, something that attracts crows, and something that contains fairy magic. In brackets, presumably, all of that together is heated in a glass bulb. Something that attracts crows? Let's see. Greyish-green lichen, bewitched forest. This has to be thrashbeard lichen. 2 ounces of thrashbeard, 1 mandrake, something that presumably contains fairy magic. Deserted. Now I've got a peace envoy's flag, which I won't need because I'll kill the seer. What's this? This route seems to have survived. The Raven will have to pay for every single dead body.
Who goes there? What purpose does he have?
I am Gheron, the bird catcher.
What do you want?
Let me into the academy at once.
Forget it, boy. Only authorized persons may enter. You see what's going on outside, don't you?
What happened? Where did all the people go?
Did you sleep through the last months? The crows have brought madness that has a grip on the whole land. Those who are still of relatively sound mind barricade themselves in their houses.
The seer really isn't wasting any time. Is Giacomo Norta in the academy?
Who?
A memorable guy with 2 different coloured eyes. He should be here.
Oh, that agitated chap. Yes, he's here.
How can I get access to the academy?
A commoner like you won't get access at all. Not even the Chancellor of the Academy may come and go without reason. A non-magician like you would have to receive a charter from the king himself.
Then that's what I'm going to do.
An audience with the king? You? And in these challenging times, the king has barricaded himself behind walls like everybody else.
See you later.
I'd rather not.
The crows haven't left anything of the town's banner. If the crows do this to every town's banner, it would make great bait. Away with this rag.
Droga? Who? Gheron, the bird catcher? You can't do anything here. Those critters can be caught by no one. You'd better go. There's time to flee yet.
Let me see the king at once.
Don't be ridiculous. Nobody sees the king. The mischief the seer has brought upon us is taking up all his attention.
That's exactly why I'm here.
In these days, doom reigns over Andергast. It'll be best if you run away. Far away. You are still young.
It has to be possible to gain admittance to the king.
As long as the crows are wreaking havoc, nobody is admitted to the castle.
You look tired.
I haven't had any sleep for days.
Why not?
A crow attacked me. Since then, I've been suffering from terrible dreams. That my wife dies during childbirth. That my daughter vanishes forever into the woods. Both dreams came true.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You'd better go. There's time to flee yet.
Green cloth and brown oak twig. But for the town's emblem, I need an oak twig of green cloth. A green oak twig. Now all that's missing is a red crown. I need your jug, Olgierd.
Just take it. Take everything you can find.
Night Rathling! Those peculiar crows. They must have a weak spot. Every bird can be lured or scared off by something.
When I came back to the town, the crows were madly attacking the pennant at the end of my lance.
All I could salvage was a shred of it.
Give me the remains of your pennant.
The escutcheon is worthless. Andергаст will perish.
Come on, just give me the shred.
Oh well, you can take it.
I'll leave you alone.
Thank you.
Let's see. Pale yellow root, celery-like leaves. Without any doubt, a yaruga root. 1 yaruga. Now those ghastly crows only need to touch it. Ouch! Hot! The town's emblem. Now I just have to sew the pieces together. Let's get going then. First the crown, then the oak twig. And that's how you make a banner. Up with it.
Castle dwellers have just noticed your little work of art, boy. The king wants to see you now. Perhaps he's gathering new hope.
Finally.
Truly an incredible story, Birdcatcher. So you're saying that the raven is the seer? Every day this bird approaches me and demands the ring of the burnt one.
He will cast Andергаст into eternal darkness, just like he did with Nuri's fairyland.
You're displaying great boldness in showing up in front of your king after you vanished so unexpectedly. But don't misuse the woes of my land as an excuse for your own failure.
This time I won't go away, my king. If Nuri dies, I'll lose everything I have left.
Do you think you're the only one who feels helplessness and despair? Lust for revenge and wrath makes us blind, like way back when. 13 years ago. Perhaps we were the blind ones, not the seer.
Well, well. The king and the birdcatcher. A display that could be from a fairy tale. Where have your shining knights gone, my king?
Spare your sarcasm, seer. You have been uncovered.
You believe what the bringer of bad luck is telling you? Why should I mind? I have torn the veil of time apart, and I have looked Satinav himself in the eye. Fate is riding in, unstoppable. It's standing right inside your throne room, even now.
Enough of that. What do you want?
You know my offer, King Wraithling. Give me the ring, or fall into eternal darkness together with remnants of your realm. Decide. What shall it be?
My king.
Silence. You want my decision, seer? You shall have your ring. I will personally crown your ashes with it as soon as you are burnt for good.
No, little king. That is not the conclusion that I see.
We had hoped it would end when we burnt him, but now I'm not sure anymore. What if the prophecy concerning you is true?
It's only the seer who conjures up misfortune. He had Knight Alderic and Magistra Dorota killed, and Gwynling. He has cast Nuri's home into peril, and he has called the crows to Andергast. Now he has abducted Nuri. She has to play the harp for him until she becomes a sad fairy.
Your steadfastness warrants respect, but you are only human. Do not expect much help from me. Too many men I've sent to their death already.
Your Majesty, grant me admittance to the Academy. This shall be my only plea.
The Academy? What do you hope to achieve there?
I have to talk to the fairy scholar and find out more about the magic harp.
Your heart seems to be in the right place, Gheron. I will give you a written pass that identifies you as my envoy.
Be thanked 1,000 times, my king.
Good luck, Birdcatcher. I hope you'll be able to save your friend.
Look, a royal charter. So, let me in already.
Not so fast. Indeed. The royal seal. All right then, birdcatcher. You may enter, but I'll remember your face.
There's still light up there. Firmly latched. Hello? No one's answering.
Geron, you're alive! By Satinav's empty gaze. I was convinced that the seer had sealed your fate.
The raven is the seer. He's got Nuri, but I've been to her world.
Slow down. Slow down. One thing after another. You're safe here for now.
What's new?
What do you want to know?
What did you experience?
The way to Anderdagaste was cumbersome. Cursed crows and soulless fairy creatures. But look, I'm still alive.
What happened to your leg?
Oh, I've been bitten by worse. Shall I tell you about the fairy tooth I once found?
I haven't got time for that, Giacomo. Have you gathered all the knowledge we're looking for?
Well, According to Magister Dorota, the harp bears great chaotic powers of unknown origin. It seems impossible to destroy, and any attempt to play it results in death for humans.
I have a feeling this is just the beginning of my journey. Is there anything else you found out?
The harp is not only the source of the crow plague. Since Nuri has been playing it, it's been sending us a veritable tempest of crows.
If that's all you found out, we really have to find the harp now.
This, is something the Magistra hasn't noted anywhere, I'm afraid. There must be more records somewhere. But the library is huge and not well sorted.
We don't have time, Giacomo. We have to be faster in our search now. Tell me about those visions that plagued the Andergastians.
Madness is rampant. Hardly anyone can stand the dark visions of the future.
Is there any protection against them?
Well, I for one haven't slept in days.
But that can't be a permanent solution. Why does the seer send visions? Does he want to make everyone crazy?
I fear it might be worse than that. He's collecting all the dreams with the help of the harp to outwit Satinav, in order to divine the truth about the future from the dreams.
He said he wanted to avert a catastrophe and doesn't want to die.
He must have seen his own death. He's challenging fate itself by combining the visions of thousands in order to know what will happen.
That's crazy, isn't it? Is that even possible?
I'm not concerned about his plans. It's his deeds that I'm worried about, and those cause death and destruction.
Ever since the attack of the crows in the royal chambers, I've had this recurring dream of the seer's execution.
Crows have made you dream of the seer? Very unsettling.
I was finally able to unravel this dream in the fairies' realm. The seer must have cast his own soul into the raven while he was on the stake. He used a magic ring for that. He's demanding it back from the king now.
The mysterious artifact of the seer that was salvaged from the ashes back then.
What do you know about this artifact?
What exactly do you want to know?
Do you know where the artifact is nowadays?
No magic could touch the ring. It could neither be disenchanted nor destroyed.
That's why the thing should be kept safe in the academy.
Magister Oakwood took care of it when the seer revealed himself the second time. I'll look in the library to see if there are any records left concerning that.
Who's Magister Oakwood?
The Vice-Chancellor of the Academy. Keeper of the Seer's Ring. He's locked himself in his study for days. You will find the chamber right next to the stairs in the hall, but he has locked the door using magic. I don't even know if he's still alive.
Do you know how an exchange of souls can be done?
That's a difficult question, the answer to which is hidden between heaven and earth.
Please, Giacomo, explain it to me as simply as you can.
Well, all right. Every being has a magical element along with its physical existence. The astral body. Concealed deep within lies our soul, purportedly. With powerful magic, it might be possible to open up the astral bodies of two living beings and exchange their souls.
So the seer wants the artifact in order to get back into a human body?
One would imagine, yes.
Perhaps even the king's body.
What are you saying?
Just a thought. I have to save Nuri. As long as she's playing the harp, the seer's tempest of the crows will never end, and soon she will be lost, beyond any hope.
By the name of Fabulon, I'll help you with all the knowledge I have, but you'll have to go alone. My injured leg would only slow you down.
I'll be back soon. I'm taking this away from you. You need to be of sober mind.
In vino veritas.
Yeah, sure. Write it down and hang it on the wall. Are you still using this magic looking glass?
The magnifier? Not at the moment, no. But bring it back when you're done. The handwriting of Magistra Dorota is so tiny.
Eos causa discimus. Eos causa discimus. He scribbled this saying all over the place.
Eos causa discimus.
Something's written here about the beetle of Asmodeus. Whatever is put into it can never be retrieved by anyone but Master Asmodeus himself. But Master Asmodeus has been dead for years. I never really understood why magicians wear those amorphous funnels on their heads.
Eos causa discimus. Eos causa discimus.
Magister Oakward? What? What's wrong with you?
All those faces. Thousands of shards. Hycinda, save my mind. Eos causa discimus. Eos causa discimus.
Where can I find the seer's artifact?
The ring. He wants it. Eos causa discimus. Eos causa discimus.
Are those magic spells?
Eos causa discimus.
Quod die benevertant.
Ha! The gods won't help you now.
What?
Eos causa discimus.
The tablet is wedged. There must be a secret compartment behind it. Looky here. We have to talk. What does Eos causa discimus mean? Magister Oakward keeps repeating this one sentence all the time.
Well, I can tell you that. It means, because of her, we learn. It's a well-known saying amongst scholars, and it refers to Hycinda, the goddess of wisdom.
What does the Magister mean by that?
By the imp's beard, I have no idea. Madness must have clouded his mind, too.
Could fit into this hole. Aha! So, what now? I hope this isn't just for kicks. Interesting. If I turn the word Eos upside down, the letters turn into numbers. Preos, the chieftain of the gods, first among the deities. What happens now? Finally, a tablet I can read, which doesn't automatically mean that I understand it all. The Cage of Asmodeus, to keep valuable or forbidden artifacts, surrounded by cumulative destroyer magic. Be very aware. Destroyer magic is conferred to every object or subject that comes into contact with the cage, whether directly or indirectly. Whatever falls into the cage cannot escape forevermore. Invisible threads of power hold the desideratum in the middle of the cage. I'll wash the ring out of the cage with wine. Ah! This power penetrates everything that touches it for the sake of old times. What if I just let them drop in? The shards hover in there like the wooden ring. So much for your invincible cage. What's written here? Raven's Peak. What does that mean? We have to talk. Look, Giacomo, the Seer's Ring.
By all the stars. In the meantime, I've read through more of the magician's analysis.
Do you know what exactly the thing does now?
Zinda have mercy on me. It really seems to swap the souls of two living beings. It's important to have a focus. The artifact has to be equipped with a part of the target's body.
The raven's feather! From my dream!
That's right. The target must be near the artifact too.
How does it engage the magic?
If you speak the word, the magic of the ring is engaged immediately. Alas, this says its magic is spent for the most part already.
What does that mean?
It can only be used once more.
What exactly can be used as a focus?
You'll need an actual part of the target's body. Hair, fingernails, blood. That associates the ring with the target person. The body part has to be conjoined with the artifact. Touch it, as it were.
The seer is still captured in the raven's body. And what did Gwynling used to say? To catch a bird, you need two things. A proper net and the right bait.
Wait. This is dangerous.
Why? If the seer is so desperate for the ring, he might drop his guard.
Or we'll let him get his hands on the artifact and do exactly what we originally planned to avert.
Do you think you're telling me something I don't know? But we are not the future's slaves, and I don't see any alternative. Would it be possible to change the ring's magic word?
You mean the trigger? Why do you ask?
We could render the ring useless to the seer and use it as bait instead.
Interesting thought. The analysis of the magicians say that this is possible. The original word has to be recited backwards, followed immediately by the new word to be implemented.
Have the magicians had any luck with this?
I'm afraid not. They never found out the seer's word.
In my dream, the seer mumbled one word when he changed souls.
Try to remember it.
It was Corvus.
Formidable. Now we can prepare the ring with our own magic word.
How about Satinav?
That is a very good choice. Satinav it shall be.
Does the name Raven's Peak mean anything to you? Gwynling scribbled that on his drawing of the harp.
That isn't the name of a mountain. Perhaps you'll find a hint in the ethnographic section of the library.
Raven's Peak, Raven's Peak. Damn, there must be something to be found somewhere. Perhaps on a different shelf. There's something about a battle near the castle of Raven's Peak, but not a word about where this castle is. Here, the mountain Raven's Peak in the stone oak forest. And on this page, Magician Dorota has drawn the way to the magic harp.
Excellent.
I'm ready to go to the Raven's Peak to free Nuri. I'll bait the raven with the artifact he so desperately wants. Then I'll kill him, or flee with Nuri.
I don't know, Geron. Certainly it is useless to him without the new magic word, but how do you want to set the trap for him?
He is a raven. I am a bird catcher. I'll come up with something.
I'd like to have your self-confidence. So, this is goodbye then. May the stars of the worlds and all the fairies' luck be with you.
Farewell.
Farewell, and keep away from the harp's strings. Touching them destroys the human spirit.
Thanks for your help, Giacomo.
They say time heals all wounds, even its own. But Geron's time had almost entirely run out. Fate, destiny, doom. He didn't bother with such thoughts anymore. The end of his journey lay before him.
I'd better lay low. They consider the raven their god. Then start to pray that he has a paradise in store for you. The statue is made of ice. The creatures must have made it with their magic. This is for you, Raven. completely frozen. Very good. The ice is coming off. Now it should be working. The lever goes with this cogwheel. My miniature catapult has a small sling for the projectile. Gwynling made it from a piece of rat's hide. Sephiron will understand. This piece of skin should suffice. These will have to do for one single shot. I always wanted to do that. I don't need any more. Nuri, I'm coming, and then the raven will decorate this pole. Very well, but what will I sacrifice to the beasts? I'm reluctant to cut off my own hand. Nuri! How am I supposed to reach that? Got it! This is for you, meat fly! Nuri. Nuri! Nuri!
Who are you?
Can't you see me? It's me, Geron.
Geron? The harpers called you here, like the birdman said.
Yes.
I wanted to paint a green sky for you, but the sounds of the harp make every colour black.
I'll take you away from here. Somehow.
Don't bother, bird catcher. There is no salvation. Nuri and the harp are one.
Seer.
Yes. It's a shame that I am who I am, that I see what I see, and that I have to do what has to be done.
You are asking for sympathy?
I am not heartless, Nighthare. I'm just taking what was meant to be mine.
And what, pray tell, is that?
I was once promised eternal life, but all I got was the prospect of a painful death. But this cannot be my fate. The gods have one more task for me to fulfill. There is a reason why I was blessed with the gift of second sight. That's why I mustn't die.
But die is what you will do. I'll pluck you and then stuff you.
Think about your next step wisely, bird catcher. It doesn't have to end here. Don't you understand? Nuri is just the fabric your dreams are made of. The magic bird that vanishes as soon as you reach for it. Down there, real life is waiting for you. The herb girl will give you many children. Children that no fairy would have ever born for you. What do you say? Don't you want to give me anything in exchange for that? Didn't you bring what belongs to me? Give me the artifact, and I'll let you go.
What did you do to Nuri? Let her go. Torture me if you need a sacrifice.
Rah! You cannot save her anymore. The harp has consumed her. Every attempt to free her would mean her death.
What do you want with the ring? Will your spirit occupy my body?
Indeed. Wouldn't that be sweet irony? But why would I want to be a bird catcher when I could be king?
That's what this is all about. You want dominion over Andергаст.
Andергаст? No. I will reign over a realm of dreams. 1,000 shards of dreams reveal the future to me. And then I'll forge it after my own will. And finally, I will be immortal. Well?
No, there must be another way.
Useless thoughts, Nighthair. I've long since seen your decision. You will extend your hand and give the ring to me. It can't be changed. The artifact, give it to me.
Don't give up, Nuri. I'm sorry I lied to you. I wanted to save you.
Don't worry. Imps lie quite often too. And I like imps.
Oh, how heartwarming.
I have to go now.
No. Please stay.
The Birdman wants you to be alone.
No.
So that I don't distract you.
No. I don't want to be alone. I have played for so long. I wanted you to come here. The Birdman promised me.
You'll be free soon. Then you'll fly, free like a bird, soaring up to the skies. Somehow I'll get the harp to let you go.
But I am the harp, and if I stop playing, everything will break apart.
The bait is laid, but there's no trap. Now it's time to improvise. The focus. I'll use Nuri's tears as focus for the artifact. The same way the seer used the feather to project himself into a raven's body. Very well. Here, take your crown. Wear it for as long as you live. And now, you never meant to let me go, right?
Be mad at the gods, Nighthair, not me. Every lot they foist upon us seems so unfair, doesn't it? But what do your woes or those of a fairy mean compared to all the lives I could save?
Let me make a prophecy for you. You will fail and meet your death. The doom that I am supposed to bring only affects you. Your time is up.
Time? What do you know of time? Time is the fire in which we burn. Once the original gods shattered the mirror of the cosmos, which showed the future. Tonight, I'll reassemble the shards.
The Keeper of Time will punish you for your heresy.
The Keeper of Time?
The 13-horned, the chained giant.
Do you still not understand, birdcatcher? The 13-horned has no dominion over me. There is no Keeper of Time. There is no Satinav.
was free. And Gheron returned to Andергast with her. No one there even knew of his great deed. But he didn't mind. The crows had vanished, and so had the dark dreams. And soon, the land fell into a blissful sleep again.